All right, welcome back to Orphans of the American Dream. We're gonna see what happens. What did I say? When Charlie cooks, or what, we're gonna see what Charlie cooked up. Is that what I said?
You can't do
Yeah.
this sort of thing, Connor, if you can't remember what you said.
Oh, I can do whatever I want on the GM.
That is not how
I'm the
that works.
narrator.
No.
Yeah. So we're gonna see what happens when, let's see what Charlie cooked up here, and you can tell that he definitely was cooking because he has a flamethrower at his disposal. So we got
Is that what those
Emily.
are for?
What's that?
Is that what those are for?
Oh, yeah, they're for cooking. Yeah.
Just checking.
Yeah.
Have you
They're
never
for
seen the
cooking, like-
Searsall? It's a little attachment that you put on the end of a propane torch, which is like basically a mini flamethrower, right? And it diffuses the heat across a small area you can use to sear steak. It's actually really cool. And
That's amazing.
it's maybe not a flamethrower exactly, but you can turn a flamethrower into a little cooking device with it. So yeah, that's what they're for, David.
Wait, we're still on this cooking metaphor?
Yes, absolutely. Does Caleb say that to this guy?
Yeah, well, maybe. Yeah.
If you had said that Caleb did say that to this guy, I just would have told you no, he doesn't. So
I'm not gonna fall for y'all.
we're not breaking the fourth wall here. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, so who is first in the turn order then? Is it Caleb?
Is me.
Okay. So Caleb, you're about to do whatever you're about to do, right? But something happens
Oh no.
before you do that. I'm trying to decide what is the most interesting way to do this.
Didn't
Because
this combat start because Jared charged them? Does he not get like a thing? Like an initial volley or whatever? You know what I mean? Because the whole reason combat started, like he was actually like stepping down, and then Jared was like, "Here we go."
Well, it was a compel though, right? Or I was invoking his aspect to initiate combat, not necessarily to initiate a sneak attack.
Well, no, I mean you compelled him to initiate combat, but I mean whether or not it's a sneak attack is up to him, right? He just has to initiate.
I mean, it definitely wasn't a sneak attack because he like yelled at him.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but I mean, the sneak attack doesn't have to be like, I didn't know you were there and you stabbed me in the back. It could be like, I didn't have time to react to you punching me in the face. It's up to you. I just wanted to check.
That's true. I guess if Jared wants to make another sneak roll, he can. But
He didn't make
the
a
other
sneak roll for the express purpose of them not knowing he was there, right? Like that's kind of, I assume that's why I did that.
Well, but that was more to establish that he was there and that
They
he
didn't know
wasn't,
it, right?
and they didn't know it, so that Caleb could do that with people in
Right.
place. I feel like the situation has changed with the stealth roll. Right now, he's running at them. Now he's initiating combat rather than just not getting.
I mean,
noticed.
it's your decision. Yeah, go ahead. That's fine.
Unless Jared has an issue with that, if Jared wants to argue with that.
I mean, does it need to be like an attack? Could it be like create an advantage or?
I guess we could do.
Because I think my thing would be like he's moving from one zone to another, really, which I feel like that takes up kind of a portion of time. But
Yeah.
I know, but I
The
think
map is in
like
the same zone.
yes. Well, I mean, the fire escape isn't though.
But he's not
but-
separated by any boxes.
No, I know, but before the combat started, he was in a fire escape and he jumped up. All I'm saying is, there's obviously some time that passes before from him jumping up on the lip and then running at the guy. And so whether or not, I mean, it's totally up to Connor, obviously. But like,
And they were all staring at Caleb.
yeah, I mean, I feel it makes sense to have Jared be able to do something.
I just realized as it stands, none of them are going before us anyways, so it doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. If it doesn't matter to anybody, then it's fine.
Well, I mean, the only thing that I'm thinking, I think you should give him some sort of role for his repentance spiel, right? Because that's what he's doing.
Oh,
That's actually his action right now.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
I feel like I worded it in a provoke kind of sense. Right?
Yes, I think
definitely.
Okay.
So I feel like this is a create advantage, correct?
Okay. What's the?
I mean, it depends on what he wants to do, I guess, but.
I mean, I guess shake them up a little bit. I mean, my character wants them.
Don't want them to actually repent. Just
my character wants them to.
Right, because I mean, you can make that roll though. If you want to make that roll of, or no, you can't because you accepted a compel. So this is a provoke then.
Okay. You also didn't give me the day before, but this is just to create an advantage.
And you're provoking them in what way?
Startle them. I mean, I guess skip a beat or whatever. And that's not this system.
Oh yeah, that's not. Yeah, still going back to Burning Wheel. We've all been listening to Crow Inquisitors. So Will actually, it makes a good sense. That makes good sense, David, to just have it be against their will. And Charlie's will is 3, so you succeeded, I think. So this is just, an aspect, right? With a 3 active startle.
He tied, right? So he gets a boost, I believe. That works. Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
So it's a temporary aspect.
It's just the same. It just goes away after you use it. So.
Yeah. So startled, which I feel like that's an appropriate.
Can I name it something else?
Here. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
They as long as it's not bridges.
Nice.
Yeah, that's stupid. You can't do that. No, I'm just kidding. It's
your character.
Yeah. Are you making that?
Yeah.
Okay. I see that you moved the other aspects around to make them look way better. So I was hoping you would.
You got it, bro.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to do this. If I want to make a narrative function, or if you're going to get attacked. And I'm just going to leave it vague like that. What would you prefer? But is this a narrative function where something happens to you, or do you want to get attacked?
What do you mean?
Like there's pros and cons to both.
Well, I'm not sure what you mean by that.
Yeah. I'm trying to make this
like there's obviously you want something to happen at the beginning of this. At this combat, that's what you're saying, right? And I assume it has something to do with shadows and monsters. That aspect that you put on there?
Not necessarily, but that's perfect foreshadowing for it, yeah.
I was going to say, like, what else is that? Like, I don't know.
Shadows and monsters is an aspect defining that it's nighttime. And
is it? I literally did not know that. I didn't really think about that, but you're right. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it's nighttime, and so there are people are imagining things, right?
Sure.
It's dark, so it's hard to.
Got it.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. You do what you want to do.
All right, so I feel like this is going to be an overcome.
I'm rolling an overcome?
No, you're going to roll in defense for an overcome.
Well, that would be an attack.
And yeah.
Either I'm rolling an overcome
against somebody else.
Describe what's happening.
So
and I'll help you break it down with the rules.
Terry succeeded at a stealth roll.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh crap.
And he's back with a vengeance because you're responsible for killing his friends.
Oh no. Is he attacking me though?
Yeah.
Oh, no, but I have my nail.
I'm sure you dropped it, didn't you?
No, I totally dropped it. Yeah. It's just
think about that.
Like, yeah, because I like totally intimidated him, right?
Maybe that's why he's trying to stab you in the back instead of the face.
Yeah.
Granted, all minor stress clears at the end of the scene.
Yeah.
So if what he had was minor stress,
No, it was just an overcome roll that he made.
It's an overcome roll that
attack as well or anything.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So
I can see it either way, Connor.
Figure out the method for.
But I think Connor's still trying to figure out if that's what Terry does. So.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Now I'm between whether or not he's attacking David or Caleb because okay, who had the highest kill count from that battle?
Definitely David.
Well, the other thing
I think it was Josh.
Oh no, it was Josh. It was totally Josh.
That's true.
And Josh isn't with the drone.
Yeah. Oh no.
Yeah. Josh is on his own, right? So I think we get that moment. I think we'll put Josh 2.0 over here.
Yeah.
No.
What's a nice little drone icon? I don't know how helpful this is.
Probably type in drone, see if I have anything. Oh, hey. Yeah, I have an old Elysian Road token.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Oh,
yes,
nice.
please.
There you go.
Please.
Oh, hello.
Oh, perfect.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Didn't mean to move that. All right, so we'll move Josh over here. Oh, did she delete the other Josh at the same time?
We're good.
Okay, so and we're gonna create a little zone for you then too, and put you in this little box.
And is the drone in that zone?
Me in a box.
Yeah.
Is the drone over in this zone though?
The drone. Yep, the drone's over there.
Yep.
So so he was using the drone to like fight, right? But now we got a different scenario here. And we've also established you guys don't have comms. Yeah. But I think Josh can still make some sort of roll to gain attention. I feel
like I should make enough of so that Terry can show up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's way better. Thank you.
Oh wow, that's such a thick line. Let's make that a little smaller. There you go.
Too many C's on that line.
I don't have a color for him because I've used literally every other color. So I just put a little ninja thing on him to distinguish him.
That works.
Okay. So he's gonna make an attack roll.
Oh,
and he has a stunt that's called Revenge.
Oh boy, this is gonna go very badly for all of us.
He has +4 to fight while stealthed, and if the target killed someone he knows.
Ooh. Convenient that the person with the revenge stunt is the one that lived from the fight.
Yep. Isn't it, David?
Convenient.
Yeah.
Quick question: how many zones away is Josh from this?
I would say 1, whereas David is 2.
Got it. Okay.
Because I asked Josh during the break how close he was, and he said close enough to be able to see the drone. And since he's established this nighttime, probably 1 zone away.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and make these zones sort of compatible here. Nice.
Oh, hold up. That's not possible.
Oh,
I hit +4. Which means his roll was a what? And we'll just fix it.
Oops.
I think he got
a 2,
10.
which means
he has 2 + 4s.
That's a 10.
So he got a 10. Yeah.
Oh no!
Holy crap!
That's not gonna
I
be
think
good.
Josh just died.
I mean,
no, he'd have to roll pretty bad to die from this.
Oh,
he can take 9 damage, so he literally has to get a 0 to die.
Okay, and then I want to roll athletic. Wait, I'm on defend, right?
Probably fight.
With fight or athletics. One of those.
Your athletics is better. Wait, no, it's me.
No. My improvised armor situation aspect is gone. Yes.
I believe so. Yeah, it got shot off. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you can use fight because he's in like melee with you.
Okay. I'll figure out how to get rid of it later. Yeah. Is there something I can grab, like a pipe or something, to defend myself with?
Don't you still have a taser stick? Knife?
No, he put it on the drone.
Yeah.
He put a taser that has range on the drone. That can't be the same thing he was using before.
I cobbled the weapon on the drone together from the parts from the taser spear.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I want to invoke Junk Fu Master. I want to grab a pipe and hit him with it because it's an improvised weapon, but I didn't.
Didn't really prepare.
What do you mean by
though? Yeah.
I didn't prepare it. Yeah. Okay.
Right.
I mean, I guess I can just raw.
I mean, that's probably
what
narratively is happening, but you just don't get any of your like bonuses because it's just a pipe at that point.
Yeah,
right?
that was going to be my question. I was trying to figure out like what's your goal with that, but
yeah, I just want the +2 so that I don't die terribly.
It does seem like something Josh would do, even if he can't use his stunt. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that necessarily it would always be a question of having to do it beforehand, but I think it would be a question of whether or not I think it's logical that he has something that qualifies within reach. And also, this is a surprise attack, so I doubt it would count in this instance anyways.
Yeah.
But I was just, because like me, I'm using a handgun. I don't have to like make a roll to pull out my handgun or whatever. So I think as long as it's logical for him to have something in reach, it makes sense. But I think either way, in this case, it probably doesn't matter necessarily, since he doesn't have time to like look for a cool weapon to use.
Right.
Okay, so I'm rolling fight against his 10.
Yeah. Good thing you have 4 fate
how
points.
many rounds I have before I die. Got it.
Convenient. I mean, you don't die.
That's a 2.
I mean, you can still soak that up pretty easily, but you can also spend fate points.
Yeah.
So
that was honestly, that was like a 0 altogether without your bonus. So you could spend it to reroll and maybe get something higher, but
also just as easily
it's kind of it's a toss up for that.
You also have to have a thing to invoke, and you can only invoke so many things.
True.
Yeah, that all makes sense, So
you have at Uzi Point, Shadows and Monsters, Change Your Britches you can't really use, but along with your stunts, or your aspects.
Well, I'm not sure Shadows and Monsters would help him in this case.
Also, something that you can keep in mind is you can always concede and get a fate point.
Yeah. Well, you have to wait till the damage has been dealt, but in this case, you'll survive anyways. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember real quick what the actual conditions for concede are, because I believe it's like you won't die from a concede.
Yeah, basically, the only thing is if you're taken out, the people who take you out decide what happens to you. They narrate your being taken out. And if you concede, you have to come to a consensus about what happens. Right. In other words, they have to concede some things to you because you gave up. So usually that is, I don't die.
And you also get a fate point if you concede.
So, I forgot about that.
Right. If you just want to be like, I don't want to risk myself getting more injured than I'm already going to get from this, you can just say, concede. Get a fate point.
It also doesn't even mean you get like captured necessarily, depending on the deal, right? You escape.
Specifically, it says you get to avoid the worst parts of your fate.
Yeah. Keep in mind, you can also invoke something like Charged Up, because there's not just one drone, there's 3. So if you want to say you have a backup drone that's going to switch out, right, when this other drone gets low battery, you could activate the other drone in the room with you.
That's true.
So you can invoke that as something as well.
Would that be a thing he could do in response to the sneak attack, though? I feel like that would take
he could probably spend a fate point on it, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, the sneak attack aspect here is he's getting to use his stunt because he came out stealth.
Narratively, that also means it's a sneak attack. And that means that whatever he's doing is in reaction to him noticing them there. So that I don't feel like that's enough time to like switch a console over to a different drone and like throw the drone in the way or something. You know what I mean?
Probably not. Yeah.
It just seems like a lot of work to respond to something that is just upon you, in the same way that like grabbing a convenient weapon even might be.
Yeah, this is an Elysian road where you have the drones like kind of slightly automated and they're fighting for you. Yeah.
I mean, it kind of is. This is the near future. And
also, let's not forget this one aspect or situational aspect you left up there, Caleb, of they'll remember you.
Do we want to? I mean, I figured that wasn't relevant to this situation, but
it's as relevant as much as you argue for it.
Wasn't that a positive thing, though? I think
no, that was
it was not a positive thing.
That was the people we fought next to the burning car.
Yeah, but they're not around here,
right? That's what I was saying. But I mean,
as far as I know,
yeah.
Yeah, I'll put them all down.
I spend a fate point on my bag of batteries from last session, or 2 sessions ago, rather. And I want to stick him with the most powerful lantern battery I've got, the ones with the 2 springs on the top.
Okay, gotcha.
So what are my options when spending a fate point?
You can choose to reroll or get a +2.
Okay. I think my best outcome here is to get the +2.
Probably. It's going to be a toss-up. If you decide to reroll, you could get better, but you could get worse.
Right. I think
in the same ratio.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just take the +2 I'm spending my invoke on bag of batteries.
Okay.
Right. So I get a free invoke on that, right?
If it says, if you listed that in there.
Yeah, I listed it with a free invoke.
Oh, perfect. And you have to spend it,
Perfect.
yeah.
Okay.
Just make sure you erase it then.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that makes that into a 4.
Which means you're taking 6 instead of 8.
Yeah. And I can split that between a stress box and a consequence.
Right now, you're probably looking at a 2 stress and a 2 or a 4 consequence.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to take.
Okay.
So that means I get a moderate consequence. Yay.
Do you have a particular idea for your moderate consequence, or do you want me to name it?
You can spend.
He has
more
like
fate
a machete,
points
right?
if you want.
Yeah, he has dual machetes.
Oh yeah, I could spend more fate points.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, you could.
You can even spend a fate point on bag of batteries, actually.
Oh, I could.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. If you have an invoke, you can only spend 1 fate point per aspect. But if you have an invoke,
Yes.
you can also spend a fate point on it.
Okay. Yeah, so I will do that then. I'll spend one of these also on bag of batteries.
Which now you can take a 2 stress and a 2 consequence instead.
Yeah.
Which is smaller.
Which is
Yeah.
much nicer, yeah.
And I mean, if you have something else as well, I mean, you can keep going on that. But
I mean, pocket-sized handgun. But that's like, again, I mean, I'd be trying to do 2 things at the same time. It's not great.
I mean, yeah, if you describe yourself as like grabbing a pipe and like defending yourself, then probably doesn't make sense to also grab out a handgun.
Yeah. I was defending myself with a bag of batteries.
okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So
just-
I can take it 2 to 2.
He stabs you in the chest, and we think you're dead, and then it turns out there's a whole thing of batteries right where you stand.
Then I'd be very dead.
Yeah.
Also, he would be slashing.
DM
not
is
stabbing,
explosive.
because
Yeah.
machete.
So, and then as well, keep in mind that Harry's stunt is only while he's stealthed. So he won't get that bonus unless he stealths back up again.
Right.
Just a point of information there.
Okay.
Or point of order, is that what people say?
Yeah.
Point of order. Okay. So let's say maybe dazed as your mild consequence here, or is that too brisk?
Could be just like cut.
Yeah. Well, I thought of cut, but I thought cut was so bland.
Or scrape.
But
And
Or,
dazed is more impairing.
Yeah, but I mean, as long as it like sticks around for a little bit, long enough for it to be logically an actual, not.
Yeah.
Because it was like a momentary daze. That would
because I was thinking dazed would probably not last very long. But
Fair.
it could. I mean, yeah, or like staggered or something that could last a second.
Oh, I'm trying to come.
yeah,
I'm trying to come up with a word that starts with L, like an adjective that starts with L.
To describe what?
An injury.
Oh, laceration. I mean, that's not actually
Lash.
No, I was thinking.
lacerated.
Something laceration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. I'll just call it laceration.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Laceration
works.
is a fun word.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
It is
very
not a
fun
fun word, but it is a word.
it's a
Depends on the perspective.
more interesting word.
Yeah. Than cut. Okay, so yeah, he kind of does that. So okay, let's say he sneaks up behind you, right, and right before he like attacks you, like you hear a sound, or maybe just like feel the hair on the back of your neck stand up, like someone's watching me, right? And you turn around and you like shove the battery into him, right, and shock him a little bit, and then you said that you also grabbed out your.
No,
I think he decided to do
just
batteries
use the
instead.
battery.
Yeah.
Oh, just the battery. Okay, so you like
Right,
shock
'cause
him.
I don't have enough time really to do more than one thing.
Yeah, but he still comes down with his machetes and probably cuts you in the arm. And gives you a laceration. Then like he kind of takes a step back, and then just like the moment isn't like he doesn't like whisper like you killed my friends or anything like that. He's just dead
My
silent,
father.
and he just
I have to
looks at
die.
you, and it's his face is beneath the mask, right? And
gas mask, right?
The gas mask, yeah. And he just grabs the mask and he just pulls it off and reveals to you his face, and you just see stern eyes staring back at you, right? And he doesn't need to communicate anything with this look, or with his words. I mean, he communicates everything with this look.
If this was an anime,
you're looking at me. You're looking at me intensely, dude. Like, yeah. What's going on? Are you feeling okay? There's something on my face. Wait, don't tell me. You have a crush on me, don't you?
Is this actually what Josh is saying? Like, I'm
not sure that I want to or not. I don't know that there's a point to it. It was too good an opportunity to pass up because they look. I don't remember who was saying it, but some GM was saying, celebrity GM or whatever was saying, try to like, was joking around about players communicating with looks.
Yep.
It's like, you look at them. They don't know what you mean.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so now
I think I get the gist of his deal.
Okay, all right, yeah.
I love about that
bit of a showdown there.
Yeah, I was gonna say I love that at the beginning of the combat, because like think before, like if this is like a movie or whatever, or a TV show, we would get like, oh, okay, they got this covered. Like even though Jared is kind of ruining this, like they still have the drone. Like all right, they'll just defeat these guys, and then suddenly Josh is attacked and is like, oh no, whoops.
Yeah, so I think we cut back to everybody, and I think let's say Lynn. Since I don't want to make Jared say this, but if Jared, you want to say this instead, you can. But let's say Lynn says, we got you now, suckers. We got a drone.
Yeah. And the drone just doesn't do anything.
Sick of Josh. and the drone just stays idle. And Lynn's like, well, anyway.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Yeah.
But okay, so it is my turn then.
Yeah, so then it's Caleb's turn.
I mean, if Jared is just Russian, I just start picking them off. Like I'll just be like, whatever, right? Like
I'm actually German.
Just trying to find.
So very conveniently, Terry is also a +3 notice. So if Gil, you can give him, put him at the bottom now with a 3.
Yeah. Sounds good. Okay, so I am just going to go ahead and I am going to try to insta-snipe the guy who's holding... No, wait, David, that's your thing. You have a sniper rifle. You're probably better at this. I don't know. I'd probably still...
can shoot.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go for the person who has Emily.
Yeah,
because she's going to be the first casualty if
well, he's probably facing Emily towards you and not facing her towards me. So there's also that. Like,
yeah, but
talking to you,
but also
right?
Jared's rushing at them, right? And I assume that's going to be distracting enough that.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it's at the counter, but yeah, that's true.
And they there's a boost, right? Change bridges. We have it on the map here, so I can use that.
And there's also an aspect of at Uzi point, which is to define that Emily's.
Yes, so I know you can spend fate on that, but I think I would still probably go for her, because either way, that's the person we need to kill first, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
So, okay, sounds good. And I just don't want too much time to pass where he'll get a chance to just try to shoot her.
Right. Yeah.
Because it would be kind of sad if Emily just died.
I would be sad. Yeah,
first session.
For sure.
All right,
but that really would set the stage.
It totally would. Yeah. No more medic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I got a 0, Connor. What was the difficulty? Sorry, I should have asked.
To
shoot the guy with the Uzi. Yep.
Well, I mean, it's an attack.
Oh, right. Yeah. So he's defend. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. That was fun. I think I did that correctly.
Jerry, did you spend your fate point, or do you still have it?
I still have 1.
Okay.
So he's got a 2.
Not on your note card, so I was confused.
Which means you get the boost over you, right?
No, I think it's 3, right? Or is it 2 or 3 for a?
What's the question?
Succeeding with style is I think it's 3 over, right? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you're right. Yep, you're right. So
I'll just go ahead and spend the change of bridges.
Okay.
To put that up to a 2.
Well, but then it's tied, which means
it
you
is
just
tied,
get a boost.
Which means I get a boost, which is yeah, you're right.
So you can spend another fate point.
Yeah, but I only have one. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that because I only have one other fate point, and I really can't pile into this guy yet. So I'll just leave it. I'll leave it as I fail. I miss.
Okay.
All right, David, shoot.
So you take a shot, and I think the guy with the Uzi like spins back around towards you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, and I also just don't want to take that invoke away from David because he'll probably have a better shoot on this guy anyway. So
try to poke him. So I will be using this.
You are 3 zones away, so you can't really do much poking here.
I'm a sniper rifle. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna poke
something
him really
a little
hard.
Something a little bit more intense than poking is happening.
I'm just going to poke straight through him is all. Okay, so let's see. So those 2 both apply because I'm going to be using I will probably be using my thing. But for now, I'm just getting a +2 to this. So I shouldn't have put that one in there yet. Here we go.
You're getting a +2 from the advantage?
Because he has a change of bridges.
No, right now I'm just using Deadeye, so the +2 to shoot attacks with fire.
No, I mean, you should get the +2 too, as well, because they have change of bridges.
Exploitative is the change of bridges.
I will, I just don't, that's all after the roll. That's why I'm not doing it yet. I shouldn't have put exploitative on there yet either.
Oh, when benefiting from it. So you have to spend the fate point to benefit from it, or use the invoke, free invoke. And then
what I'm saying is I'm not using anything right now because I want to see how the roll goes first.
Got it.
If I do use something, then I'll get the extra bonuses.
Got it.
I mean, I probably will, but I might not need them, which is why I don't want to waste them yet.
Got it.
Okay. So you get a 3.
Okay, so it's 3 shifts over.
3 shifts over is enough to kill him.
Cool.
Okay. Now, I don't actually know if you have to tell me that or not, to be frank.
Really?
I don't know. It's up to you, I think. I don't know if there's a rule about that. Because, theoretically, it could be me overcommitting just in case. That's a concept. It's up to you whether or not you want to be open about it.
I think I might do that in later when the stakes are higher. You guys are level 1 right now, right? This is just the intro. I'll be merciful.
Technically, you gave us an extra refresh, and you start out pretty strong on fate, but still, it's all good.
All right. Yeah,
I think maybe, especially with a named character, I think it's totally fine. But yeah, if you're cool with telling me that before I spend.
Well, he has a name, man. It's Mr. Uzi.
He doesn't have a name anymore. All right. Yeah, I'll just kill him.
Okay, so I'll take him out here.
Poked him real hard.
Wow, that was a doozy.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man. Go home.
That's a note
for me.
Okay,
so it's Josh's turn.
Yeah, so, there was going to be drone combat and stuff, but instead, I seem to have a ninja to break.
Well, you still could use charged up, right? And say you have another drone with you.
Yeah, now you could make use of the thing he was saying, I think.
Yeah.
So you could still have drone combat, or you could still just use the drone while you're running away from him, right?
It may be wise, at least at some point during the turn, to try and get out of the building so that we can help.
Right.
Yeah.
You can do both. You can move a zone for free, but
I can move a zone for free.
Yeah,
and still use the drone that's fighting the rest of the people.
So theoretically,
you can do it either way.
You can move a zone for free as long as Connor decides that moving that zone is easy enough that it should be for free. If it's hard, he can make it an overcome roll, but that's up to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you could have Terry block his exit, right?
You're also technically allowed to use your action to try and move more. So you can move your free zone and then try and move more zones. And it's an overcome roll with a difficulty based on whatever Connor decides. So you can try and move all the way to us, but it would probably be pretty hard. And if you fail, you don't move at all. So, you don't move any more than your free movement.
From the way this is currently shaped, it looks like I'm about 1 zone from David. I can just scooch and be in David's zone. Is that accurate?
Yes.
I might try to.
The issue is that David's on top of a statue that he succeeded as a +4 athletics or something stupid like that to get up on top of.
something like that. Yeah.
It was a +3 athletics, but you succeeded with style.
Is there like an open space in front of the statue? Then what's that next zone over from it?
Yeah, there's two spaces between me and the building. Yeah.
Yeah, so the spaces on the two sides of you here, I was just thinking are just like streets, right? So wherever you are, like probably also the street, or it could be like a building with like a window in it. Probably more a building with a window in it, so you're like seeing it, but you're still in like an enclosed space. So basically, if you were to move either way, you'd just be running out of the building and into the street.
Would David be able to see me, or Caleb be able to see me if I ran into one of those zones?
I think that would be either a roll from you about maybe, I don't know,
there isn't really like a getting attention,
or like well, provoke is kind of that.
That's true. That's probably
or Caleb and David could make a notice roll.
Yeah, I think
whatever way you guys want to spin that, you guys can do whichever one you'd like.
I think us making notice is probably a little cleaner.
I agree.
Rules wise, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I want this guy off of my back so that I can concentrate on the fight. But I realize y'all are also trying to pick off a whole roof full of goons.
I mean, I'd much rather dump all of these advantages I have into a guy who can actually take them. As it is now, I'm just wasting them on people who don't have enough health to take them anyways. So
fair enough. I'm going to.
You could also move to this zone and be.
Yeah, that was my intention, is to move to the zone right in front of David. Can I attack as well, or if I attack in this and then Terry tries to stop me, I just can't move? Like, how's the rule work for this?
You can definitely attack as well.
The only reason you wouldn't be able to is if Connor decides that moving to that zone is hard enough for some reason that you have to roll for it, in which case it would take your action. But if it's not, then you could use your action to attack and use your free move to move.
Oh, I see.
So if you think that, there's too much stuff in the way or whatever, then...
Well, I wasn't thinking there's too much stuff in the way. I was thinking that Terry would try to stop you, right?
So that isn't specifically enumerated in the rules, but if we want to have combat be sticky, that's an option, right? If we want to be like, they're trying to keep you from running.
I mean, it's in there that it's
what I want to do.
You can use physique to like block someone from moving.
Right, but isn't that a roll that he would have to have made previously?
No, I think it could be a defend or whatever.
I mean, like we established when Lynn was trying to get away from Jared, I mean, he's not physically blocking any of these exits, presumably because they're not facing the zone that he's trying to go to. So we're either going to have it be where if someone's trying to run away from you while you're fighting them, then it's an overcome roll to move and it's their action, or it's not. Like, I think we should decide one of the ways or the other.
Let me just double check.
Can I maybe suggest what I want to do and then maybe rule lawyer that?
I'm sorry, go ahead. I thought that's what you were.
Right. So I think what I would like to do then in this case, I would like to move to this zone here.
Okay.
And then I would like to see if I can improvise some kind of bludgeoning weapon from the junk that's in the streets and maybe the dead battery I've got in my hand.
Okay, yeah. And I think for future, unless Caleb finds a rule specifically tailored to this, why don't we just say, for the most part, moving is free. Unless it's been previously narratively established that the person is trying to block, even if he makes a different action, if it's been previously established that like he came through the only door, or he's trying to push you into a corner or something like that, because I don't want to make like stopping somebody from moving one zone to another take up an action. I feel like that would be really.
So real quick, I was going to say specifically the rule says, right, if you want to move more than one zone, then you have to make an athletics check. If you just want to move one zone, nothing preventing you from doing so. You can move one zone in addition to your action for the exchange. But as with if you use, if you need to make an overcome roll, if there's something preventing you from doing so, let's see. Just as with other overcome rolls, you'll set the difficulty. You might use the number of zones the character is moving, the situation aspects in the way as a justification for how high you set passive opposition. If another character is impeding the path, roll active opposition and feel free to invoke obstructing situation aspects in aid of their defense. So it's just up to you as to what you think the situation is. Whether or not, it's totally up to you. You can have another character be the thing that's impeding them if you think it makes sense narratively.
I think it's entirely fair to, because I mean, even the way that's worded, it makes it sound like they're in the way and not like, just fighting with you also.
Yeah.
So I think the way that you said it earlier makes the most sense. Where, if it's clear that they're actively trying to block you from the way you're trying to move, that it would be an opposed roll.
Yep.
But if not, then it wouldn't be. And also, just to your point, if someone is trying to move and they have to roll, it doesn't actually take anything for the person stopping them. You know what I mean? It's not their action to stop them. They're just opposing the overcome. It's for free. So like if Josh in this case had to roll, it wouldn't cost Terry anything to oppose him, right? He'd just be opposing the roll with his overcome. It wouldn't be his action to do so. Does that make sense? Because I think you were saying that you wouldn't want Terry to have to like submit an action to stop it from moving, right? Oh.
Yeah. What just happened?
I just. Oh wait, how did that?
What? I want to Control Z that.
I attempted to just move all of. There you go. Okay. That's what I was trying to do. Just because I'm trying to center this all on the Roll20, so it looks nice.
Sure.
But yeah, it sounds like Josh, you're all good for this.
Yeah, I think this is fine. I might have to ask you about that in the future as well, David. But
yeah.
Or you should write it down and send it to me, and then I can just copy it into my notes, so I remember this in the future. Sure. Okay, so Josh, then you're making like a crafting roll then?
Yeah, I would like to make a craft roll.
Go for it.
Improvise weapon, go.
Yeah.
And yeah. Trying to think how much is worth spending on this. I think I'm gonna burning wheel, get out of my head. Roll first. Yeah, I'm gonna spend a fate point on extra complete toolkit to improve the weapon I make. I'm gonna take a +2 to that. Correct?
Yes.
And I realize that I feel like I asked this last time too. Do I need a difficulty on this, or is this just determining the number of things on the advantage I create?
I think it depends on what you're trying to make.
I'm trying to make a bludgeoning weapon, something I can hit hard with.
I feel like that's a 2.
Okay.
And then if you succeed on something with style, that's how we got the cattle prod last time.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to succeed with style on that by spending a fate point and making that a +2.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, I get some kind of bludgeoning weapon. Maybe a broken, maybe a battery, a broken bit of statue, and a discarded broom handle.
Yeah. Well, tell me what makes this not just a broom with a piece of rock on it.
Well, I've also stuck a battery to it.
Okay.
So, let's see. I think probably, yeah, it's all hand wavy anyway. I managed to balance it in such a way that it feels kind of like a sledgehammer, but
okay, yeah.
But there's a sharp, more pointy bit on one side of the broken statue piece, and it's affixed in such a way that it's stable and like very dangerous in the right hands. Which, hey, these are the right hands because I made the weapon for me.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So that ends your turn then. So we see you run out. Probably like slam the door behind you, trying to close it onto Terry, right? And you go and you like look around and you like see that David's up top, and you're like, okay, he's here, so I've got cover fire. And you like look around, and we see this like silly, but like crazy MacGyver moment where it's like you see a broom handle and you see a piece of the statue, and we like come back to you, like we kind of like pan over to like
maybe get a shot at David.
What's that?
Maybe get a shot at David. Where he like looks over and like sees Josh, like wait.
Or
what?
you maybe trace the I take the controller for the drone and I kind of slide it out of the way, and you kind of trace that across the ground for a second.
Yeah. Yes, I like that. And then we like hear some like strapping and tying or whatever. We like turn around and you just have this sledgehammer with like a battery attached to it.
It's also got a battery on it.
Yeah. And it's just like the most ridiculous apocalypse thing we've ever seen, and yet it's framed like it looks like it's unbelievable and yet possible at the same time. Like and because we've seen you do things like this before, it's like, okay, this is just what Josh does. It's kind of what we're establishing. He makes these incredible weapons out of nothing. He always has the right tool on his belt, right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So succeeding with style there, how many free invocations do I get?
2.
Okay, cool. I will call my situational aspect. It's also got a battery on it.
Perfect. Okay, and then it's
Jared's turn.
It's Jared's turn next. Good.
All right. I am. Which one is the lady?
Lynn. Oh, yellow with the muscle arms.
Are you sure you don't mean Emily? Emily's the one with the heart and the pink dot.
I don't. Oh, there it is. Okay. And this is a bad guy?
Everybody else down here is a bad guy, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I am going to just try and punch that guy off the roof.
Oh, good.
Go ahead and roll.
So would that be creating an aspect since I want him to like be off the roof, or would that just be a fight or an overcome or
well, why don't we say, well, I guess that's a stunt for like calling a shot. So you're attacking him, right? Unless I don't see how that's an advantage, because if he falls off the roof, he's going to take damage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's about intent usually. Usually it's like, do you want to hurt him or do you want to put yourself in a better position? But I'm not really sure how him being off the roof puts you in a better position other than him being dead. You want to create an advantage and call it, I have the high ground. Absolutely, you can do that. But I mean, I don't think that helps when he's all the way at the bottom. Like you don't have a gun, so you can't. It doesn't help you any as far as punching him goes, right?
Right.
I have extra shields I can throw at him.
Well, but it's not necessarily an advantage that he has to use. It can be Caleb or you.
Right. But I mean, like, what if someone's on the ground with him? They don't have. I mean, they wouldn't just be able to use it. I guess. I feel like he's just attacking him.
Okay,
Narratively,
I feel like it's better that you attack him, Jared. But okay. I mean,
and this is a shotgun guy. He flies off the roof if you want. I suppose that makes sense.
If you succeed with style, that can definitely be what happens.
Oh, he's a shotgun guy?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a fight. Screw him. That's 4.
Oof.
Jeez, you rolled a -4.
I think I might be the first -4 we've gotten.
So yeah, you punch him, and I mean, you take his head off, right? I mean, you just demolish this guy.
You one punch him, he just pops a balloon.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, since I succeeded with so much style, does that give me a boost? Or
choose to do 1 less damage to get a boost, but I don't know if you can do that when you kill a person. I mean, I guess maybe you can.
I want the aspect One Punch Man.
There it is. He's dead. But
I'll look it up. I don't think it's very specific about when you can do that. It just says if you succeed in attack with style, you can choose to take a boost and decrease it by 1, I think. But I'll double check.
Well, I would like to do that.
Okay. Yeah, because you did succeed with style, right? But succeeding with style with an attack is different than.
Well, no, that's
it's actually.
I mean, it's just how many shifts.
1 less damage I can take.
Yeah, it's actually not.
Right.
Yeah, we thought it was, but you can. Yeah, there is actually a special thing for succeed with style, and it is you do bonus damage and get a boost. But I don't know if you can do it if you kill a person, because then.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I assume you can. I don't think there's any specific thing that says you can't, but that's what I'm looking for right now.
And I mean, it would still make sense for the other people because they'd just be like, he punched.
You have the option to reduce the value of your hit by 1 to gain a boost.
Yeah, and if you're beating them, there's no reason.
So it's an
not
option.
To. So yeah,
I will do that and call it One Punch Man.
Okay. And he still dies. So, yeah, and his head comes off, right, and it's demoralizing.
His head comes off.
Yes.
Is that what Jared was trying to do?
He probably
I was just trying to push him off the roof.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I don't know.
So,
his head comes off and it goes off the roof.
If you punch him hard enough to take his head off, he goes off the roof.
Okay,
I mean, obviously.
If you want to call this home run, then absolutely, that's what this is.
Is it humanly possible to punch someone hard enough to knock their head off?
With a bludgeoning weapon, yeah.
Okay. I thought, right, duh, okay.
Yeah, no, yeah.
For a second there, I was like, what is going on?
Yeah. We're trying to remain realistic.
Right, this is what Captain America would actually be like.
Yeah.
It's a movie with rated R.
Right.
You ever seen that video by Corridor Crew where they make one of the fight scenes from the Avengers rated R, and Captain America cuts someone in half with his shield and breaks someone's spine with a kick, and yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I have a stunt called Captain America.
Nice.
That's just the +2 shield.
Well, okay, so then next in the turn order is Mr. Uzi, and he's dead. So next after that is Flamethrower. Yeah. So Mr. Flamethrower guy, he's definitely going to take a spray at Jared and Emily over here.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, he's going to make an attack, and I think there's a rule for area attacks, correct? Invoking.
I'm sure there is
extra.
It's a little dubious, I think, because it's like.
Oh, look.
Like, I don't think there are actually any stunts for it. That's usually how I assumed it worked. But then I read the rules, and it was basically just, it wasn't very helpful, if I recall correctly. Because, I mean, if I remember, it was basically just like if it makes sense. But then also, you could just get a character with the rocket launcher just always kills everybody in the zone, which would be dumb. So, I'm not really sure. And also, just the way the action economy works is kind of hard. You're proccing so many defense rolls. If you attacked everyone in a zone, for instance, that it would end up, you could end up with like 4 boosts against you. You know what I mean? It's just weird. It turns out weird when you try that. So I'm not really sure what the rules are. In this case, I don't think it really matters because Jared's just going to defend Emily anyways, because that's his stuff. Like, that's what he does.
Yeah, that's fair.
So just probably have it attack Jared because he probably steps in the way, right?
Yeah.
Or you could have it attack both of us, and I could roll defense for myself and for her.
Yeah, see, I don't think that's in my favor.
It's definitely not.
Yeah. So we'll just have him attack you with the flamethrower.
Okay.
He's a 5.
Because in this case, he's basically stepping in the way, and it's only actually hurting him anyways.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a pretty cool.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Ay.
What?
Insane.
What is that roll?
Jared, your character is broken.
This is all of his stunts involved right now. So
Instead of doing my riposte, I want to make a. With that high of a boost, with that high of a thing, is it a boost or is it an actual aspect?
So just a boost.
So it's a boost. Technically, there is like an alternate rule where if a GM wants to, he can make it an aspect if it's like ridiculously over.
Well, describe to me what you're doing first.
I'm blocking the flames with the shield, and I'm going to create an aspect called the Flaming Fists of Fury.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, the shields are on fire. I'm going to punch people.
No.
Yeah.
No. If you want to say your shields are on fire, I can invoke them later and have them burn up. You don't want
It's metal.
that.
You can't burn them up.
Well, then how are they on fire in the first
they are
place
on
if
fire.
they're metal?
Because it's napalm. It's a liquid fire, so it sticks to the side of the shield. Unless they're not
That's
napalm.
actually kind of legitimate, but
That makes sense.
also, Jared, they would probably end up hurting you very quickly because it would superheat the metal.
Yeah, it would burn a lot.
And there's almost no way that some of that doesn't get on you if it's actually like sticking to the shield. Well,
Yeah,
I don't know, with an
think if you
11
use-
roll.
I think if you use the riposte, you're more just like closing the distance that it's too hot for him.
Okay, fine. I'll just do the riposte.
Okay, and then how much damage does that do?
It's two shifts.
Okay. So he kind of like shuts off his flamethrower and like jumps back and is like, why didn't that work?
No one knows.
Yeah,
I did the
so
Hulk clap and the flame just disperses from the air pressure.
okay, so then it's shotgun number 1 and he's dead. And so shotgun number 2, he's gonna jump over onto the roof with Caleb.
Oh,
He's gonna take
hello.
a shot.
Oh.
Why doesn't he just shoot him from the roof he's on? It's a gun.
He has a shotgun.
Well, it's a shotgun. He's trying to close the distance.
I mean, you can shoot people pretty far away with a shotgun. You ever done a shot trap before? Those are pretty far away.
Was
Yeah,
it a
crazy white
buckshot
guy right
or a
next to you.
slug?
But it's
Either way.
cooler if the
It's
guy with the
definitely
shotgun
cooler if the
jumps
guy with the
over it.
shotgun jumps over it.
Way cooler. All right, he gets a 4.
Sure.
All right.
Will be Halo.
I wonder-
Shotgun's only dangerous when you can touch somebody.
Yeah. I wonder if I'll ever get an 11 in this game. I don't know if it will happen.
Well, you just have to have every single one of your things do exactly the same thing. And
I
then
find
you're
that
fine.
boring in role-playing games, David. So
Yeah,
So you probably won't get it.
I might.
I also find that boring in role-playing games.
Yep.
I love it.
I love being
That's what I
a
live for.
except in the one thing that I'm good at.
Yep. I gotta have the
That's-
one thing
that's
that I
why
can do, and then I'm okay
Yeah.
failing everywhere else.
Yep. That's how I got Cantarius, was not liking to be min-maxed.
but he just failed everything and
Yeah.
then didn't have the thing he was good.
He was inexplicably bad at the things he was good at, anyways. Somehow, Just burned
That
me
was
off.
just that was just dice. He just rolled
Yeah, it was
badly.
just nice.
Yeah.
But okay, Caleb, defend. He shot a shotgun at you, and it's really slow motion.
Whoa. Got a 4, man.
So
Very cool.
he gets a
He
boost.
gets a boost
right?
on me. Yeah, I guess that's fine.
I guess that's fine. I'll accept my fate.
Do we want to just, because at Uzi point it doesn't even make sense anymore, do we want to just change that to be at shotgun point?
Yeah, I like that.
Nice. Let's change it to at gunpoint. We'll just use it every time it matters.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
So then we got Mr. Rocket Launcher over here. And he's definitely going to take a shot at the statue where David's at. Except he doesn't know you're there yet. No, you shot.
I did, but
Yeah.
it doesn't necessarily mean he knows I'm on a statue.
I mean,
He has a
There might be a
rocket
roll
according to the
launcher. He can just
rules,
shoot in
there's
that
no
general direction.
yeah, according to the rules, there's no reason he doesn't know you're there. So,
Well,
right, you
there's
haven't made
also-
any stealth roll or anything necessarily.
right. Well, that's what I'm saying. I could if you wanted to be too. But because I mean, the thing is, it's dark and I'm not right next to them.
That's
Well,
true.
I'm looking
you
through
can,
his scope.
you can
He's
invoke
not.
that as an
Yeah,
aspect.
that's
though.
what I'm
Well,
saying. I think like,
my thought
That's
is
true.
he doesn't need to pinpoint
Mhm.
your location. He just has to shoot in your general direction.
and then the
Which
aspects will
one's
decide.
Rocket Man?
Well, I mean, he wouldn't shoot the statue unless he knew I was on the statue. But I get what you mean.
The
Is that right?
red guy, Jared. Yep.
That's fine. Go
Oh,
ahead.
that's Charlie.
But I mean, also like
No, the purple guy is Charlie.
Okay.
he's also not actually even attacking me. He's just shooting the thing I'm on, right?
Well, it's technically an attack
He's attacking you according to the
to
rules.
you. Yeah.
Well, he got a 2 anyway.
Okay, but what I'm saying is like, how does me jumping out of the way keep him from hitting the statue? You know what I mean? Like
Well,
statue's not going in.
he just misses.
He-
Right?
where?
He misses the statue. and
okay,
shoots
cool.
behind you.
That's
Would be
fine.
my thought if he misses.
Works for me. Here we go. I got a 1.
Oh,
I got a
I haven't used my
-2.
defense action yet. So,
Well, I'm very far away from you.
Yeah, you can't.
but
do
he's
it.
right here.
Oh, that's fair.
I literally take one step.
Wait, no, but that's not
Yeah.
true. You just defended.
No, Connor
No,
chose
just-
not to attack her.
he
Otherwise, my
attacked
roll would have
Jared.
been higher.
Well, okay. I mean, to be fair, I thought you were choosing just to attack him because functionally that was the same as attacking both of them since he was going to step in the way. I was under the impression
well, then
he'd
have to choose to attack her.
Yeah, mechanically he didn't add his extra bonus, so
Connor ruled it in such a way. Basically, what he did, Connor ruled it that the flame.
Didn't he?
No, Connor ruled it in the.
On that.
Nope.
Yeah, that's my.
But that's his normal. Yeah, exactly.
Not including your.
Yeah. So Connor Connor ruled it as if the flamethrower can only shoot one person.
Yeah.
You got a +10 to that roll total. I don't think that's possible unless you're defending somebody else.
I get 4 to fight, so that's 4.
Yeah.
I get +2 to defend while using shield.
Okay.
My pearls before swine.
Yeah,
which I used the whole speech.
Okay.
And he has a new stunt now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So at any rate, oh yeah, Jared. I guess. Failed. I mean, I don't know if
unless Jared wants to do that. Yeah.
It's whether or not Connor's going to let you stand in front of the rocket. I feel like that might be straining reality.
I'm not going to stand. I'm going to slightly divert it.
No,
I'm just going to slap it.
No, concussion is what sets them off, Jared.
No, it's concussion at the tip. If you hit it on the side, it won't blow up. That's literally what an RPG is.
Typically, yes, that is true. But like the chances of you actually like being able to do that when it's flying so fast are almost impossible.
Jared, I'm gonna say if you step in front of this, you don't get to roll, and you just take.
I'm just gonna use change of bridges if that's okay.
All right, that's fine.
Since there's a free action on it, that we don't have to worry about.
All right. Okay. And then it is Charlie's turn. Charlie is definitely going to use his stunt that you guys haven't seen yet. And okay, let me see here real quick. It's going to be against Caleb, I think.
No.
Give me 1 second here, just to double check. Yeah, it's going to be against Caleb here. He goes over to the guy that was the guy with the shotgun who doesn't have a head, and he starts playing with the dead body. He has a stunt called Demon Child. He gets a +2 to provoke when attempting to inflict emotional harm, provided there is a dead body to play with. So he's gonna
terrifying.
Yeah, he's gonna roll.
Connor, who are you? Nice. So Will.
Yeah, I guess you will.
Oh, Connor, you did it wrong.
Oh, I did it wrong again.
Yeah, you did it wrong.
Stop doing plus.
Well, I got a -1.
He got a 6.
So that means you take 7 shifts of mental damage.
Yeah, I assume you're going to do something about that. You rolled a -3. The chances of you rolling that badly again are pretty low.
Okay. So, dang.
I would definitely reroll.
Can I defend him by just like
wait? Can I use David? Can I use your
no?
Did you use your demon on your shoulder shifts? Yeah.
No.
Can I use those, Connor, in the situation? Since basically it's like Charlie is Charlie is
from playing with the body. I agree.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna spend both of those.
Sure.
Because otherwise, this is gonna be really bad for me.
Well, why don't you use one of them to re-roll?
Oh right. Okay. I'll use the first one to re-roll, and we'll see how it goes.
You can use that even if it's like a advantage like that. You can use one of the shifts.
Yeah, it literally couldn't be.
It did the exact same thing as if I had just done a +2.
That's true.
But so I'll spend the other one. So it's at a 3.
So you still have 4 shifts.
4 shifts. What do I have for that?
Or is that correct? No. You got a.
You got a 6. So it would be 3.
So 3 shifts. Yeah.
I mean, that's just a stress box. Unless you have
I don't have a 3 stress box. I'm not epic like you guys are.
Well, you don't have a 3 stress box for Will?
No.
What's your Will?
Your Will is 2, isn't it?
Then you should.
You should have a 3 stress box for Will.
2 is an extra stress box for both physique and Will.
Then what's 3?
3 is an I think it's
because that's what I have, and you added.
That doesn't sound right.
the range. 2 is an extra stress box, and then there's another point where it's more than that.
Four.
But
I think
doesn't
it's 4 is
wait, but don't you start off with just
box.
1 stress box?
No, we start out with 2.
the 1 and the 2, and then if you have 2 will or physique, you get a 3 stress box for will or physique.
So yeah, +1 or +2 gives you an extra 1. +3 gives you 2 more.
+3 and 4 gives you a 3 and a 4, and +5 gives you an additional mild consequence.
So Jared, you think you should have a 4 stress box as well, if I recall?
Oh, okay.
What's your physique?
Oh, my physique and my will are both 3.
Shoot, I lost it. Hold on.
Well, I'll just take the 3 stress then, because I can.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So that was terrifying to witness.
Yep.
So you're shaken, but there's no consequences to it.
Not yet, at least.
Yep. Okay, so then goons. I didn't make a sticker for them, but that's fine.
Yeah, Jared, you should have a 4 box. Here, let me fix it.
Oh, thanks, Pete.
These are his elite goons, right? And so I think, darn, I feel like they go after Jared, but there's no point in going after Jared.
They well, I mean,
wow.
And so they're gonna
go after me.
They're gonna go after Emily.
Oh no!
Better.
That seems like tactically inefficient decision.
Oh no, because Jared didn't use his thing.
He didn't know.
Wanted to use his thing, but he didn't. In which case,
this is your own fault.
He's gonna go after me.
No, they could probably.
Oh, Lynn, I guess. Yeah.
Choose to help each other
That's
attack.
even worse.
Right?
That's an even worse idea.
Well, I mean, the thing that makes sense though, they're like, "Oh, you're a traitor now," like sort of thing.
Yeah.
Also, they're shooting at her, so she can't use fight.
Yeah.
I assume.
Yeah. I think I can't remember what Lynn has for athletics. I think it's a 3. Yeah, it's a 3.
Yeah, I remember it being good enough that she was still hard to shoot. So yeah.
Yeah. And there are 2 of them, I said, right?
Remember, Connor, you can go up to the top left and do the dice tray and just automatically roll.
I'm good. I figured it out.
Okay.
And I'm going to say they both have probably +2, so it's a +3. Okay. And then I roll for Lynn. She got a +4 as her natural roll.
Cow.
So yeah, she dodges these bullets like they're nothing.
Neos the bullets.
Yep. And she gets she gets the boost, right?
Yeah.
Kale, will you make a aspect that says this is Matrix?
Okay.
Okay.
Anyone else know me being really wonky?
No.
Mine's fine.
Okay, so then we have Emily, and I think she's just gonna run off the building, right? She's just gonna try to get down the fire escape and just leave. Which means she's just I guess this is athletics because she's running down off a building in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say it's difficulty 1, I guess, because the roll is only necessary because of these circumstances, but it's not that hard. I think it's roll 1. Yeah, she fails. So
she trips and falls off the building and dies anyway.
Well, she's not going to trip and fall off the building and die, but I think she probably runs over to the fire escape. But because these goons are shooting at Lynn, she can't get to the fire escape.
Yeah, the way that the movement rule is written, when you have to overcome to move somewhere, is if you fail, you just don't move.
Okay, yeah.
So yeah, I mean, obviously, narratively, there's a reason you don't move,
right?
Because you're trying. But yeah,
yeah.
So she's being like pinned down.
Right.
Yeah, we got Lynn, and she's just gonna go fight the goons. That was a challenge, right? And she kills them both.
Nice.
You're not even going to roll for them?
It's impossible for them to not die.
No, I think it is possible.
What do they have a bonus in? 2?
+3, so, but they still die.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
So then we got Terry again. All right, so full circle here.
Wait, was that one turn?
That was one turn.
There's quite a lot of people in this conflict. So yeah.
Yes. So
I assume Terry runs out and attacks Josh again, right?
yeah, that's what's gonna happen. He's not gonna try to stealth this. He's just gonna attack.
Oh man.
So he gets a 5.
Oh, joy. Okay.
You can beat that.
Yeah. I'm gonna defend with also fight.
Okay. It's just like using your sledgehammer in return, keeping him away.
Yeah. So I can roll fight to defend myself. That means I get junk through master, correct?
When
you roll fight? Using an improvised weapon you made?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, because it doesn't have to be for attack or defend in that case, because there's a different.
Well, it does have to be an action type, I think, actually.
It has to be one or the other.
I think you have to choose an action and a skill, and then it's a narrative.
Okay, so
Is that right, Gil?
Say it again.
You need to you need to choose an action, a skill, and a narrative situation, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, so yeah, it would have to be either attack or defense.
Yep. When you roll fight to attack or defend using it.
I would recommend doing that for attack, Josh, because you have the improvestments as well.
That's true. I think if you want to be more well-rounded, it makes sense to do it that way.
Yeah.
If you want to take
original intention with the stunt anyway.
Okay.
So.
But if you want to just cheaply do it in the moment, so you get a higher,
All you do is change it at the end of the session.
Yeah, and then throw away my own power.
Yeah.
Banking on my next roll being good.
Yeah, fair.
This one just has to. I just have to survive a couple of times. Well, what does a mild consequence do for me?
Nothing unless it's invoked.
Okay.
It just fills up a slot where it makes it easier to take out. Then it's a thing that people can evoke. Yep.
Okay, so it's not like Burning Wheel where you take a nick to your hand and suddenly you can't succeed rolls anymore.
Yeah,
exactly. I miss Burning Wheel.
We rip on it, but there's something quite satisfying about the amount of forks and stuff you can do when you're playing to your character's strengths.
Mm-hmm.
Just you take any damage at all.
And then you can't talk to people anymore.
Yeah.
All gone. Yeah, okay. I'll just roll fight here to defend.
Oh no.
-1.
Okay.
Reroll that.
Yeah.
Guess I got 2 fate points.
Yeah. I'm gonna spend a fate point on what can I spend a fate point on?
Might be able to make an argument for determination will rise from the ashes, maybe.
I was about to say that, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That'll work. Determination will rise from the ashes.
I think not only because you were attacked and took damage, but also you just made something out of the ashes, proverbially, right? Mm-hmm. Or metaphorically, I could say.
You should probably use that to re-roll. You got a -3.
Yeah, rolling it.
It's very unlikely you'll get worse than that. So there you go.
No, it's 2.
It's 1 better than you could have gotten if you had just done the +2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a 3 stress box?
No, he doesn't.
I don't have a 3 stress box.
So no matter what, you have to take a moderate unless you can shape it down more. And even then, I think you'd still end up taking a moderate.
Well,
or no, you can take a 1 if you can.
I could take the 1 stress box. Yeah, sorry, I dropped something on the floor.
Yeah, so if you can spend that last fate point on something, then you're good. But otherwise,
I don't really want to spend that fate point.
Mm-hmm.
Josh's physique is 3, so his thing's not set up right.
Oh, did it not update when I updated my physique?
Yeah, I don't think it does it automatically.
You have a 3 and a 4 as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you're
you have better health than I do. Yeah.
So if I have a 3 and a 4, I should have taken a 4 stress box then instead of a mild consequence.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'll leave it there for now. and I will just take the 3 stress.
Yeah.
I think having a +1 will might also give you a third will box.
It does indeed, yep.
So you also should have a third will box.
Yep, there you go. I got it.
Thank you.
Cool.
I don't remember these things off the top of my head. I just assumed the character sheet did it for me because
so many of them do.
Some of them do. Some of them don't.
So 1 and a 2 give you a 3?
1 and a 2 is the third box.
So I have a third physical stress box then too. Cool.
Yeah. I think 3 and 4 is 2 more
3
boxes.
And 4 is the 3 and 4.
A 5 is another consequence.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So I am actually more tanky than I thought I was. Cool.
Yeah, me too.
I think I'm the least tanky person.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do then as defense.
Cool. Connor is currently talking to Mickey. It's my turn next, though, so I should figure out what I want to do. Probably.
Connor, tell her this is the boys' time.
I'm probably just going to attack the guy in front of me, I assume.
Yeah, that seems smart. He shoot you.
With a shotgun, no less.
Yeah.
So, Connor, I assume...
She's graciously put right in your face. So
I know. I assume I can't really use shoot in this situation with my rifle right, like, in front of him.
To
attack.
Or to attack.
I mean, if he's far enough away to shoot a shotgun, you're far enough away to shoot a rifle.
I mean, that's true. That fine? Okay.
Yeah,
they're probably about the same length.
Yeah, I'm better at shooting.
Although that would look really silly.
Yes. All right. I'll go ahead and just shoot him. Why not? That's fair.
Literally.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah. All right. So he
gets
he
another.
He probably just gets closer to you, right, and just kind of pushes your barrel out of the way, and he gets another at gunpoint, right? He's even closer at gunpoint now. Whatever that means. Okay, then David.
Well, that's fun.
So many people I want to shoot right now. I don't know which one to kill. I feel like I have to go for Terry though, because I think that's the scariest situation. So
yeah.
My DACA. I got a 3. That's pretty rough. I'm rolling -1.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, sorry, that was a 5 because I didn't put my +2 in there.
Oh, okay.
So I'll just there.
Okay, so he also gets a 5 then. So you get a shift over him or a boost over him, is that correct?
Well, no, I mean, I'm going to shoot him some more.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend a fate point on Demon on your shoulder, which takes me to a 7, but because I have exploitative, it takes me to a 9.
Okay.
Because I'm taking advantage of a thing. Yes, so I'm at a 9 now.
Okay, so he's going to take
4.
Yeah, so he takes 2 stress, right? But then he's also going to take a mild consequence here. I'm going to call it...
Actually...
Oh, go ahead.
I'm actually going to decrease it by 1 and take a... my other stunt is when I choose to decrease it by 1, I get an actual indication, extra or aspect instead. That's from the book. So he only takes
3, so he takes 1 stress plus the mild consequence.
Yes.
Do you have an idea for the mild consequence, or I was just going to go with bleeding?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
I'm just going to put another box on.
Okay, and then it's Josh's turn, or is there something else you needed to resolve, David?
Yeah, I feel like I should stay up here. So yeah, it's Josh's turn.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
Yeah. Hey Terry, you picked the wrong repairman to fight. I'm gonna I'm going to bonk Terry over the head with the weapon that I have crafted.
Go to horny jail.
Kind of. They make a version for being sneaky. Go to sneaky jail.
Go to sneaky jail.
So I have a stunt called Junk Fu Master, which allows me to take a +2 to roll fight when attacking using an improvised weapon I made. So I'm rolling fight at +2. 5.
Superb.
Ooh,
He rolls a 1.
Terry's down, right? Terry's down, right? No.
Or do I need to spend an invoke on it? It's also got a battery on it. Because I could do that.
How much damage did you just take?
4.
He just took 4.
He takes a moderate consequence, but he's not down, no.
If I were to add...
You could use my demon on your shoulder invoke thing.
Not seeing that. Oh, is that on your character sheet?
It's just on my. I just put it right here on my little.
Oh, I see it.
sticky
Okay.
note. Yeah.
Connor, tell Jericho I love her. He's not paying attention.
I think he is. I think he told me.
She says she loves you too, and to get some money
What?
in the game, obviously.
Oh, I was about to say that's a personal attack. Gee.
Oh my. Okay. Okay. So, well, there goes my train of thought. Rolling away with a battery and a demon on it. Okay.
Yeah.
Demon on your shoulder. Yeah.
So if I were to add +2, that'd make that 6 damage. What does that give him?
He would just have to take his 2 stress box as well.
So that might not be.
So
worth
you
Is
can
it
only
worth-
mark 1 stress box and 1 consequence at any time.
So is it worth stacking more damage then?
If he can't take 1 stress box and a consequence, he goes.
So, if you put any more damage on him after that, then yes. If you wanted to invoke something else or spend another fate point or something like that, then he would for sure go down.
If I get 2 free invokes on the weapon, can I use it twice?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, in the same roll, I think you can. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, so then he's down.
And then you need.
All right, so that makes my roll, yeah, because I don't want to spend a fate point on it. So that makes my roll a 9.
Yes.
Yep.
Bonk, go to sneaky jail.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That we're
Yes.
calling hell
Okay.
now. I hadn't realized.
Oh, that's not hell.
You just killed him. So
Oh, fair.
actually, that's not actually how the game works. You can decide.
That's true. You can kind of decide.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can decide if he's dead or not.
Sounds funny.
I quietly
You just
like
hit him
the
with a
idea
sledgehammer
of a
with the
ninja
battery.
following. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of a ninja following us around.
Revenge
Revenge.
ninja.
The revenge
Revenge
ninja constantly jumping us in the middle of combat. But at the same time, I think that would get old after about a second combat with it. So
If this was an
I think
anime,
he just dies.
he would
Yeah.
linger at a distance
Okay.
until we finally offered him food, and then he would become a friend, and he would just be a tag along background character.
After having 3 combats where we soundly
Yeah,
defeat him each time
exactly,
he jumps
of
in for
course.
revenge.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't jump immediately to the
No, of course.
friendly enemy.
Feed him in the woods. Yeah. Cool. Whack. He did.
Okay, so then it's Jared's turn, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'll be right back.
What you want to do,
Who
Jerry?
am I gonna tell my turn to?
Do you know what you're gonna do already?
Oh, I've been waiting.
Well, just tell us.
Well, no, Connor needs to be here.
You can say it
I mean-
twice, right?
Caleb can just roll an athletics check for whoever you're
That's
punching.
also
It's not
true.
really that hard. Or fight, whatever they're better at.
Okay.
I think they have a +3 for defending against being shot at, so they should also have a +3 for defending.
We don't have access to his character sheet. I was going to attack Charlie in
How
a
so?
non-lethal way. I'm going to hoist him by his undergarments, hold him
Yeah.
over the edge of the building, and yell, "Na Subenya!" Ona Jinjabdama." It'll be great because you won't even get the reference. But everyone else would.
You ever seen that image where it's of Rafiki
and
with
he just
he holds it up
tosses.
and he just goes.
Yeah.
That's immediately what I thought.
Okay, say what you said
What
does
did
to
I miss?
Connor.
Okay, so I said I'm going to attack Charlie non-lethally, and Kim's like, "How are you going to do that?" Then I said I am going to hoist him by his undergarments over the edge of the building and yell, "Na Svenja!"
Oh, boy.
Great. Okay. It's weird, but okay. All right. Let me just ask you this question.
Yeah.
So narratively, that's what Jared would do. Just to clarify here, like,
Yeah,
all right.
he's not going to kill him.
All right. Well, no. I know that, but Jared would make a Lion King reference in the middle of a battle and sing at the top.
I feel like we've established that.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just making sure for future reference, Jim. This is
And it's
your
great
character.
because he won't get the reference, but everyone else will and laugh.
I've illustrated Jared's turn in the Facebook chat.
Well, he's not doing that.
All right. So am I just rolling fight against his fight?
I assume this is happening, right?
Or his athletics,
Yeah.
whatever is better.
That is fantastic.
Actually, it's superb.
His fight is better. So he's instead of trying to dodge out of the way, he's like biting and scratching.
Mhm.
But yeah, he's not.
Connor,
he doesn't do very well.
You still have 3 fate points, dude.
I know.
And this does damage. It does 4 shifts of damage.
I feel like it's mental damage, though, right?
I'm fine with that.
He's like psychologically tormenting him.
Much mental damage does it do?
I mean, because like the only consequence he would get is like wedgie or chafing or something,
Yeah,
right? Like,
didn't he say just kicking him off the roof?
no,
I'm holding him over the edge.
no,
Like
Oh.
he's just like holding him.
Rafikis.
Which will honestly probably end the combat pretty soon here because it'll be like, we got your guy.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna say.
I mean, I did it last time, but
I'm gonna spend a fate point.
Okay.
You also have
and
2
I'm gonna
shifts
reroll.
of. You have two invokes at gunpoint still. I
I don't know if you can necessarily use that narratively, unless the fact that this shotgun guy looks like he's going to kill Caleb is distracting to Jared. Maybe.
I mean, in theory, it literally just has to do with the way the aspect is worded. At gunpoint can mean any of these people have guns and are holding people at gunpoint, right? Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be the immediate situation that created it.
Okay,
It has to make.
that makes
It's
sense.
the same general idea, right? It's that gunpoint is happening.
And so
Seems
he
weird.
is one of those, and I think he's going to re-roll since he got a -1 on
I'm
that.
just gonna name all of my stunts I'm awesome, and then we'll just always comply.
Well,
yes.
you know, obviously there's narrative stuff.
Yeah, always really awesome. So
I
just
feel
always-
like this makes sense.
it's fine with me. I don't care.
He got the same exact roll, so that does not help. But he'll bump it up to a +3 as well.
Okay. I'm going to use the free invoke of This is Matrix.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know what that is or where it came from.
No, that was
It was from
Lynn.
Lynn dodging bullets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lynn somehow managing to dodge bullets after Connor told Jared he couldn't slap an RPG out of the air.
Well, the game lets you dodge bullets.
It's
It's less
already
specific about
canon
slapping.
that I cut a bullet out of the air, midair, with a katana.
That did happen before we streamed this. That did happen.
Yep. And
Jared, you know the rules. If it's not in the report, it didn't happen. This wasn't recorded.
Darn it.
I think I'm going to spend a fate point on Shadows and Monsters as well. It's dark, and so he evades you, and so you get a boost on him because you tie them.
I'm going to
But
spend a fate point on change of britches because now he really needs a change of britches.
okay, all right, that's your last fate point.
I don't care. I want to be compelled.
Okay,
Let's do it. I don't know how to delete these.
Just hit delete.
Oh.
And then he also has an aspect called the little stature.
You already put it in your hand. How did you do that?
I don't know.
He also has an aspect called little stature, so he's gonna use that as well. He's a slippery little bugger. He's hard to pin down.
So are we tied then?
Yes. So you just get a boost on him.
I'm at a 9.
Yeah, he's at a 9 then as well.
Okay. What is the boost?
Well, it's up to you.
I want you to spell out Na Subenya.
yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Well, okay, let's just hold up now. How is that going to be invoked in the future? Okay, the Circle of Life, that's better. That's better than Natsubenya. It's like nobody could invoke Natsubenya.
Yeah.
Maybe everybody could.
We gotta look up what the actual lyrics mean in the original African language.
It's definitely not Natsubenya. It's not Subenya.
It's something like that, yeah.
Yeah, all right. So flamethrower guy,
yeah.
Dang. I think they're gonna use provoke, and since Emily's caught in the crossfire, they're gonna attack Jared mentally.
Okay.
Yeah, honestly, the way to beat David and Jared is to attack them mentally.
Except Jared also has a +2 will.
Pretty solid will.
That's
my physique and will are the same.
Yeah, but you don't get the bajillion bonuses.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, not until we shoot them.
Right, but if they're going to be attacking, they might as well do it with stuff to actually have a chance at. So
it's true.
It's just a tie.
Yeah. Which means they get a boost over you.
Yep.
And that I'm gonna
just do at gunpoint.
At gunpoint again. Yeah.
Yep. So put a free invoke on that, and then shotgun number 2. He's gonna shoot at Caleb.
Okay.
Okay, you got a 2.
That fight hurts my soul. They're literally standing 2 feet from each other, shooting at each other, and just be with me.
I'll just take the stress box.
Okay. And then rocket launcher guy, he's going to go after David again.
Guy's no life. It takes a long time to reload a rocket launcher. Okay, he has to reload.
That's what he was doing in between his turn and now his turn.
Because these turns aren't specifically 6 seconds long, David.
Yeah.
They're more abstract than that.
It's true. I only got to shoot 1 bullet during my turn.
Not necessarily. Narratively, you could have shot many and just only hit once.
No, that was sniper rifles. Probably not.
Well, okay, so then why are you complaining? That sounds like it's a similar situation.
What I'm saying is I fired 1 round. So he fired. No, it doesn't matter. You got a 4. All right. I was just being contrarian. I was just trying to get in this.
Yeah.
All right, I got a 6. Good. The statue dodges. I plug into its brain and it starts following my motions.
I think it's go on at the worst possible time. Oh man,
that's funny.
Okay, so that happens. And then it's Charlie's turn again.
Just imagining David like holding the shoulders of the statue. They just go.
And Charlie is definitely going to play with a body again. And attack Jared this time.
I just punched the dude's head off. Okay.
I mean, he's going to play with the corpse of the guy that you did that to.
Yeah.
So
isn't he in my clutches?
No, he escaped.
Because he escaped. He only got a
wow.
Got a boost,
he cannot roll my sword.
Oh wow.
So I mean, I this is technically a defend. This is a defend action, so I get a riposte, right?
No,
it's mentally.
Yeah, it's mentally.
Yeah. You're not using your
mentally
shield.
riposte.
You can't defend with your shield.
Battle.
Fergus all over again.
I cover my eyes with my shield.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense, but no.
Do I get a boost since I succeeded? So.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
Yeah, he gets
yes, you do.
Another one on the Circle of Life.
Technically, I think this stun is supposed to have the skill associated with it. So I'm going to add fight to that. Because although as it's written right now, you could actually do a riposte, but I don't think you're supposed to be able to because it's underneath the fight skill where I got this. Mm-hmm. So,
okay, goons are dead, and Emily is going to try to run off. I say run off. That just sounds bad. She's trying to stay alive, so she escape. Yeah, she's trying to run down the building, and she succeeds.
Well, so
she's out of the zone, out of the battle. Okay. Yeah, yeah. She just runs straight down. Yeah, yeah. This is why she might attract a cult following.
Hey, if someone pointed a flamethrower at me, I don't know.
All right, so Emily's out of the battle.
Good.
And then we've got Lynn.
Oh, sorry, I clicked at the same time.
Did you just take Lynn out of the?
No, he just accidentally advanced it.
I clicked at the same time you did, so it's. Oh. But it's Lynn's turn, so good.
Okay, so Lynn's definitely going to go after flamethrower guy, right?
Go after rocket launcher guy, please. Honestly, she should go after shotgun guy.
How did she only get a?
And then flamethrower guy.
How is that even possible? She get a -2. Wait, you didn't give her any stunts to that, did you?
No, she doesn't have any stunts unless it's
the challenge thing.
The challenge thing.
Oh, right, they're because they're nested. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. So 1, so they're hurt. I'm going to put a 1.
And they already have 2 shots
in there. On them. Not the flamethrower, no.
Oh, she could spend demon on your... Wait, no. Did you already spend... Did that already get spent? Demon on your shoulder?
No, I have another one.
She could spend demon on your shoulder then.
Oh, okay, yeah. And then they'd be dead.
Cool.
Okay, so she does that, and then we're back to Caleb?
Yep.
All right, Caleb, how do you take down the shotgun guy? Show me what's up.
Wait, can she use Circle of Life?
I mean, they're already dead.
Yeah, I just meant.
Oh, she could have, yeah.
I haven't. I mean, it doesn't matter. I could use that. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, whatever. I'll just shoot him again. I don't really care. There you go. 3.
Okay. Then so
is he dead?
2 shifts. He hasn't taken any damage yet, so no, he's not dead.
Okay, well I'll spend Circle of Life.
Okay, he's dead. So you stand over his dead body and say it's a circle of life.
Circle of life.
Personal, right?
I probably legitimately say that because of Jared's reference he made.
Yeah. Okay, so that David, your turn.
Psychopaths. All right. Okay.
You guys are rubbing off on me.
You allow me to bank a bullet off of the roof and then off of the kid's skull such that he passes out but doesn't die? I don't have any other methods of doing it. I just really want to shoot him.
David, throw a rock at him, it'll still be shoot.
That's technically true.
I only get benefits if it's with a firearm, though.
Yeah, it turns out David is also really, really good at skipping stones.
It's like that scene from Parasite, except not that scene from Parasite.
Not any scene from Parasite.
No.
Well, I don't know. Jared punching a head off a guy sounds like something from Parasite.
From Parasite, yeah.
Can I do that? Can I non-lethally shoot?
You can say like you shoot at him so that he surrenders, right? Like I got my gun trained on you, right? So if you move again, I'll take you out. That makes sense to me. If it makes sense,
you do an overcome action with that.
Yeah,
I don't get bonuses to overcoming. I have to shoot at him with a gun and.
Why don't you shoot at rocket launcher guy then?
Well, because rocket launcher guy is less annoying than Charlie is. But all right, I'll just shoot at him. I guess that's fine. Okay. All right, now go. Ciao.
Beautiful.
That's like the 4th +3 I've rolled. What does it happen?
All right, yeah, he's dead. Holy heck!
All right, well, I'm gonna decrease the damage by 1 and give myself an edema on the shoulder.
Okay, yeah.
Nice.
And then it's Josh's turn.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, you could use a drone.
Oh yeah. I forgot the drone existed.
Josh, you can taste Charlie. That was the whole point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could I strap my sledgehammer onto the drone? I'm gonna taste Charlie with the drone. I'm going to slap. I'm not going to put a sledgehammer on my drone.
Well, the drone that you have is up here, right? Like you had a drone up here the whole time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what would I roll to tase Charlie?
I mean, I'd want to say drive again, but you argued lore for like pre-programming stuff.
I don't know.
I
feel like
that's
this
the
is shoot.
Situation.
I feel like this
Oh,
is
you think
shoot.
this is shoot?
If he's shooting a
okay.
taser, right? If he has to aim the taser and the where it goes.
Okay. I guess that.
Sure. Okay.
Because it's a taser and not like a stun gun or like a stun baton or whatever. Like you can't like ram him with it.
Does Jared still got his hands on the fella?
No, he scampered away.
Oh, also, point of note, you actually can't, in the rules, you're not allowed to attack or defend with lore. It's just simply not allowed unless you have a stun for it. It actually has a mark about what.
Which I don't think we did before, so we're good.
Yeah, I'm just saying. You also can't attack with drive, but you can defend with drive. You can only attack with shoot.
I feel like you can attack with drive if you're running someone over with a car.
We can make that.
We argued this back and forth back when Pablo died.
Oh, did we?
I believe we did because somebody was in a car and somebody went back and forth over Pablo with a car. I don't remember who it was.
Probably sounds like something.
But I remember someone was very angry and ran him over with a car.
I remember it being Hannah, but I don't know if that's true.
I feel like it might have been.
Okay, I can roll shoot. That's fine.
No, it says right here. Drive isn't usually used as an attack skill. If you want to ram a vehicle, you can attack with drive, but you take the same shifts of harm you inflict. There you go. Boom.
Okay.
So the drone would take harm if you wanted to ram him with drive. Not that you wanted to, but.
Yeah, and I'm not going to ram him with the drone. We already went over this.
we already went over how that's a horrible idea.
Yeah.
If the Geneva Convention were written today, I suspect it would have a provision for ramming people with drones.
Probably. What is your shoot?
That nobody here cares about the Geneva Convention. I have a bad shoot, which is why I'm stalling for time. Two questions. First, which of these tokens is Charlie? I lost track of.
Okay,
he is the only one. I thought it was purple, but
he's the only one on the map at this point that's an enemy.
Because Lynn is yellow, but
okay. Lynn is friend. Yes, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
Lynn is friend, not food.
Right. Lynn is friend. I'm gonna. Dang it, Connor.
What?
No, never mind. I'm going to make a shoot roll then. Yes, I'm gonna do that. I don't think I have anything. Make the roll, then spend the fate, or not, as needed. Ha ha! Oh, okay.
-3 versus a -2.
Can I take the free invoke on Circle of Life?
Yeah. Assume so. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can re-roll for that.
I'm a re-roll the shoot.
I feel at gunpoint doesn't make any sense anymore because there's no one with guns alive on their side, so I think that goes away.
Yeah.
All right, rolling shoot again.
No,
come on. First I roll a -3, now I roll a -2, but at least I'm tied with Charlie.
It's crazy.
Which means you just get a boost, but unless you want to spend a fate point or something like that.
I mean, I'll spend a fate point.
We are at the end of the session, so
charged up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I make that a 0. Whoop-de-doo.
Okay, yeah.
All that work to get to 0.
So we take the stress box. Yeah. Okay. So Jared, your turn.
I mean, I don't know.
Just bounce your shield off the kid's head, knock him out.
And really, like a stress box, right, is like it's not, you don't actually really get hit by the thing. So this is like Charlie dodging out of the way, just almost getting hit by the taser.
Right,
And,
yeah.
I noogie him unconscious.
I mean, you can just put him in an arm lock, right? You can just be like,
yeah, I mean, you can just, yeah.
I want to noogie him into unconsciousness.
All right.
Jared just turns into a high school bully whenever he finds this kid. He just pulls his underwear up.
oh, Connor, you know what we didn't do today?
What?
The flashback.
I know, I realized it like 30 minutes ago. I was like, wait a second.
Aha,
Okay, so he takes another 2 shifts.
And I'm gonna
takes
use
mild
the,
consequence.
I'm using the free
Definitely.
invoke that Josh, or the free boost Josh just got. So it's a
Oh, okay. Okay, so instead of noogied, it's super noogied.
Wait, did I get? No, I gave him a stress.
You gave him stress. So he didn't get a boost.
Oh,
I
you're
was gonna
right.
say,
you're right.
no,
It's
I spent a
noogied.
fate point, so it didn't get a boost.
Sorry,
Yep.
I didn't.
Just a normal noogied.
Yeah, that's. Yeah,
You still have demon on your shoulder though.
Oh, yeah, I'll use that.
Yeah, well, I
Okay,
thought
let's back up to super noogied.
it might be better served for me using it.
I mean,
Frank.
All you can do is shoot him.
But if I get a good enough roll,
You're still shooting him.
of your shields, and I'll bounce it between your shields so many times that it loses power and then hits it in the face.
You shoot my shield, and that propels the shield into his face.
Okay, so Charlie's gonna roll contacts on his turn.
All right, did you want to use Demon on the Shoulder, Jared?
Yeah,
He did.
I don't have a fate.
Oh, did he
I don't
not?
have a fate point. Yeah, no, I did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, okay, he did. Okay. So yeah, he's gonna roll contacts, and he's gonna call on a favor.
How is he calling this person?
Uh-oh.
Like he did previously. Like this was coming, kind of a thing. This is something he did earlier. He got a 6. So you guys hear a helicopter?
Of course.
Is this that same +7 guy from last season?
Yeah, it's the same pilot. Same pilot.
I'm gonna kill this guy. It's the last thing I do.
So
basically a helicopter is starting in range, is starting to lower a ladder, sort of a thing.
yeah, probably one zone away, but whatever. And you guys didn't notice the sound of it because of the at gunpoint thing that just went away.
Yeah,
we'll say that.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it's Lynn's turn, and I think Lynn is going to jump at the helicopter, right?
I was just about to jokingly suggest that.
Yeah. She looks at Jared and she's like, I got this.
But how
And she
close
just
is
jumps
the
off the
helicopter?
roof. Well, if it's one zone away, then she can move one zone, jump off the roof, and try to.
So she's going to make an
Like
athletics roll. I think this is
really quiet.
Yeah.
I think this is a 4.
It's a stealth chop.
I think it says a 4 to jump into the helicopter, probably.
That's pretty generous, but sure, yeah. Let's go with it.
And she succeeds. What? Oh. You don't think it would be? You think it'd be more than a 3?
Well, I guess it depends on. I'm not sure I'm entirely picturing this exactly the same way you are. So
Because it's like coming up to the building, right? It's one zone away from the building.
I guess I
so
just
she can
imagined
move
it was
one zone.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. If it's like right
Okay.
there.
Yeah. Okay, and then she's gonna roll fight to just attack the pilot, of course. Only a 3. Okay.
So technically, the O'Connor, she can't because that is her action.
Yeah, she had to roll.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yep.
Okay.
So she's on the helicopter now, like probably on the side, but she can't actually do anything.
So okay, can you just really quick? Where is this helicopter and how is it facing in relation to us?
The drone that's right here.
Okay, and so it's facing inwards. Okay, cool. That means I could shoot the pilot. I just want to make sure.
Yep. You can't identify the pilot though. It's in the dark.
No, I don't care about identifying.
Oh, okay, all right.
We can identify
It's
his
definitely
remains.
the pilot from before. No. Okay, so then Caleb, it's your turn.
Yeah, but he doesn't have 7 athletics.
I'll move. I'll jump over onto the roof if I can. Can I do that?
Yeah, I didn't have the shotgun guy roll for that, so
Yeah. So I'll just do that, and I'll just try to do the same sort of thing, or just like wrestling Charlie to the ground, right?
okay.
Dog pile.
You're not going to use your hunting rifle to shoot at the guy in the helicopter?
No, I think that's going to go horribly wrong if the helicopter suddenly starts careening everywhere. So I'm just going to not do that. I'm going to roll a fight against Charlie.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
-1.
Just face plant.
Hey, he could roll worse.
Only barely.
Either that, or he's just gonna beat you up with his cane.
Dang it all.
Not bad.
Well, he doesn't get a. I'm gonna spend a fate point on Relentless Leader, or I'll just do it on the Circle of Life, because that's what we've been using for against him. So to make that a
to reroll or
actually yes, definitely to reroll. That makes sense, most sense. Because I got a pretty bad roll there. So
because he gets a boost on you right now, but why would you spend a fate
If he
point
does
to
get a
not
boost,
have
the
him
boost
get a
needs to
boost?
be dying of laughter, and I'm just prostrate on the ground dying of laughter.
yeah, you're right. I don't know. I just don't want him to get a boost on me. That's just embarrassing. I'm gonna re-roll it.
Okay.
Oh, please. Please. Yes!
Still gets a boost.
Yes! the boost is called the...
Oh boy.
Okay, absolutely. Yeah.
What's it called?
Dying of laughter.
You look over and you see me just on the ground bent over.
So what is
Okay,
it? What
so
happens?
maybe
What
it's-
actually happens, Connor? He like hits me in the side of the head with a cane or something? Like
I think so, yeah. I hit you in the groin with a cane.
right.
Let's be
I'm just
real.
like,
Yeah. It's eye level for him.
get away from me.
Yeah. Get from me, you twit.
Yeah.
All right, David.
Okay, cool. And try and shoot this pilot.
Yeah.
Poke. Oh, I have to. Boy.
Woo. Okay.
7. It's a good number.
I think he rolls drive with defense here.
Yes, I believe we can. Yeah.
Okay.
You can drive normally, yeah.
Is this the same pilot with the +6 pilot?
Plus 5.
Sounds
But 4.
okay.
So you still succeed. You get
It's-
3 shifts over him.
It's his
Um,
cousin.
Is that enough to kill
Which,
him?
theoretically speaking, even if he's like an elite, probably should kill him. So,
If he's a nameless NPC, if you have him be somebody with a name, then he can have more health. Like if he's an important person beyond just like that's just the best kind of grunt. So if he's anything better than like a nameless grunt guy, I mean, like they can have trained grunts, but if he's anything better than a nameless NPC, he'd probably.
no,
have
I
more
think,
health.
he's dead.
I'm massively dissatisfied because I was hoping it was that guy. Like in character, massively dissatisfied because I was hoping it was that guy. But his
Wait,
lack of
One
ability to
more fate
Who
point.
even was that guy? Like what organization
he
was he
a
a part
nameless
of?
NPC. It
No.
was-
But was he a part of Danny's gang? Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
he's dead then because he got nuked.
Yeah.
So
oh, do I know that?
Okay,
Well-
so here's the situation.
Good luck, guys.
Helicopter starts to go down, though, right?
Right.
And Lynn's inside.
Yeah. I mean, it's got
this is
got
why
like
I
10
didn't
feet
want
to
to
fall.
do this.
It's literally on top of a one-story building. It's got 10 feet to fall.
Yeah, but have you ever tried to jump out of a falling helicopter?
I mean, I literally don't even think you'd have to jump. The people on top of the roof would be in more danger from the blades than anything. People,
Yeah,
in
but
there
as soon
probably
as
just gonna
it-
get knocked around.
But as soon as the blades hit anything, it's just like it's gonna rip through and just explode and like
Right.
lots of things.
So
Well, I mean,
here's
the
what we're going to do.
helicopter
We're going to roll a
one's
die
fine.
of fate.
The helicopter's going to be. I mean, it's not going to function, but it's not going to blow up. This isn't
Well,
Hollywood, unless it
let's-
is, in which case that was a mistake.
Let's roll a die of fate.
Okay.
And I think if we get a 1, I think the helicopter is going to hit the building and explode and Lynn's going to die.
I mean, Lynn's
Fair.
pretty tough. I feel like there's probably a roll there, but that's fine. I mean, I guess it's up to you. Really.
Exploding helicopter. Yeah, well,
I mean, it would
I'll
just be a
give
really
her-
difficult roll. Yeah.
I'll give her a roll. She can try to overcome with physique.
Yeah.
But let's see what happens. 6. All right. And because we rolled the die of fate, right? I think because she got the complete opposite, she got a 6. That means it's a good thing, or is that not how die of fate works?
That's not how it works. So it's just
Okay.
on a 1, the thing you think might happen happens. On any other number,
Okay.
nothing happens.
Oh,
Okay, so then we'll just have her
Just jumps to safety.
On her turn, she just makes it a jump to safety, right? So, Josh, it's your turn. I'm gonna try to tase him with the. You could try to rescue Lynn from the helicopter with your drone. That'd be sick.
That might be a better use of my time than trying to taser Charlie when we've already seen that tasering Charlie is kind of a exercise in. Okay, fine. Small numbers. Look, I started that sentence before I knew where it was going to end.
It's fair. It's fair.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what I can do here. Could I create an advantage to taking down the helicopter?
Well, the guy's dead.
We don't. Oh.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah. So that was my thought of if you wanted to try to rescue Lynn from the helicopter.
Overcome to rescue Lynn.
Yeah, like an overcome with drive, or like a drive roll or something. Fly the drone nearby and hope she can jump out and grab onto it.
How big is this jet? I feel like she's a hefty girl, isn't she?
I mean, it would slow her. It would slow her descent to the ground more than anything else.
True.
It'd be like Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins,
Post-apocalyptic Mary Poppins.
Descending on a planetary drone.
Like blood all over.
Yeah.
Her skin's blue for some reason. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well, I appear to be out of fate circles, so I'm gonna have to. This could go horribly wrong, but we're just gonna try. I shouldn't try this. What's the difficulty of trying to overcome to rescue Lynn from the helicopter?
I think a 3, because we've established that the helicopter's not flying out of control into the building, right? And really, all she has to do is you have to get it close enough so that you can just jump onto it. So I think it's difficult, but it's not like it's not what's the word? I don't know. It's not that hard.
Okay.
Depending on how much Josh has at drive, it might be.
Can I lower this? This flying a drone's more about understanding the physics of what's going on around it.
I think this is more a skill shot, though.
Yeah, but I have a 0 in drive, friends.
Oh, I see.
Well, you can use the minor milestone to switch that around if you want.
That's true.
I don't want. It would be mechanically, I suppose, but character-wise, I don't care if I can drive or not.
Yeah. Well, you might now that you have this drone.
Yeah, that's fair. Minor milestone is fine. I'm gonna swap it with.
Well, you can't do that right now. You have to do that. Yeah, you got session.
Resources. When we do the next minor milestone, I'll swap it with resources.
Okay, yeah.
For now,
it can happen.
Could. Yeah. It really could.
No, the optimistic side of David and RPGs. You've been rolling well, so you're just like, come on, man, you can do it.
It's fine. I mean,
I think fate brings out the optimist in David.
Apparently.
I feel like fate brings out the optimist in almost all of us.
Only because I heavily min-maxed, but yeah.
Right, because it seems like it's easier to stack the deck in our favor in a game like this as opposed to,
that's true.
Anything else.
Very, very, very true.
All right, drive it is.
That's not too bad.
As close. What? Do you have a fate point?
I do not have a fate point.
And he doesn't. There's no free invokes, I don't think, either.
Wait, hold on. Can I have compelled Josh to do this via Ghosts of Yesteryear and Yesterday because he doesn't want this person to die because we met them yesterday, and give him a fate point so he can spend
it. I wouldn't rule that bull crap, but Connor, it's up to you.
A lot of retroactive.
Yeah, I was going to say I might compel Josh with his I build a future for others, but there's none for me, and say that you can rescue Lynn here, but the drone gets destroyed.
Works for me.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Do I get a fate point for taking that compel, or do I then have to immediately spend the fate point in order to make that happen?
No, I think
because what Connor's doing is not really even. He's not doing a character compel. He's doing a situation compel. He's saying because of this, like you would see that you're failing, and then you would decide to destroy the drone so you can still save her. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Works for me.
Okay.
Too bad the town lost a drone. That's rough.
Well, good news is you have to switch around that drive skill now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, all right. So
Jared,
let's wrap this up.
I was gonna say, I feel like we just beat him up at this point. Like,
yeah, Charlie surrenders, right? Yeah. He's like, like, all right, you got me.
Jared just gives him a nuggie.
Yeah,
I'm still laughing at Kate.
Yeah,
with the little cake. Oh my goodness, that was great. I wish we still had smartphones. Like, oh man, gotta put that on Facebook.
So Lynn hits the ground, right? And she's fine. But then I think she comes up to the top of the building and calls down to Josh and is like, "Sorry."
No worries. It's just plastic and metal and a whole lot of expensive circuitry that will probably never be able to be replicated again because all of the manufacturing technology has been lost to time. But hey, you're alive, and that's the more important part.
Lynn says, "I said I was sorry."
And I said you're alive, and that's the more important part.
And she was like, "Yeah, but there were some underlying tones that never mind. Thanks."
So I mean, I guess the question is, what do we do with Charlie, right? Like,
yeah, Charlie is like, "Well, I guess since Lynn joined your team, I guess I could probably be some use as well, right?"
I think we're all shaking our heads at that. Like,
can I climb the ladder onto the roof to join them?
Yeah.
I can move.
Wait, is he trying to repent?
Oh no.
No.
I think it's pretty obvious.
I want to roll empathy.
Okay, roll empathy.
No.
Okay.
No.
Good.
I'm just being difficult.
You, Jared, being difficult?
No.
Pray tell.
Does this guy have any good stuff on him? I got a 3.
What?
Does this guy have any good stuff?
Oh, you got a 3 to like.
Yeah.
Investigate.
Also,
I take Terry's machetes.
Oh, there you go. You can take Terry's machetes.
Yes, I get my machetes back.
I take the rocket launcher.
That's true. We can just take stuff.
It's destroyed.
It's conveniently
tough
out
luck.
of ammo.
Connor, can I get a revolver back from one of these guys?
Yeah, you can get a revolver back.
Grab the flamethrower.
All right, Jared, can I spend a fate point to make a narrative statement that the rocket guy still had plenty of rockets left?
You don't have any fate points, though.
I just moved it off my character. I have.
Oh.
What would he spend it on, though?
Moved it off.
Yeah, you got to spend it on something, though.
No, I can spend it to make a narrative statement.
No, but you have to. You're always spending a fate point on an aspect.
Okay, the decline of man has come. He has lots of RPGs because he's killing people.
I'll let you say it's got 2 shots left.
That's good enough for me. All right, I want it.
All right.
I'm going to add that to my...
So, is there any chance, Connor, that any of these people have survival equipment?
Gil, you ask me for a lot of stuff. Why don't you roll? Stop asking me for freebies and use your own skills.
Investigate, I assume?
Yeah.
Well, that sucks. Yeah. All right, here we go.
Would you like me to help you investigate?
You better at investigating?
I think so. That's my +3.
You go ahead and roll that.
So what specifically are you looking for?
The only thing I need is survival equipment. Then I'll be back up to normal with my extras.
Difficulty 2. For the revolver and the survival gear and the machetes that might be broken. You know.
All right.
Okay.
Please is Caleb helping me with this?
I don't have the ability to. I have a 0 in it.
I have a 1. I can help you.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Cool.
Yay!
There's a 3.
All right, so Caleb, you restored your stuff.
Yay!
All right, so what do you deal with Charlie? We should try to wrap this up because I got one more scene after this that will wrap up this arc. So
Right, yeah.
So, which building are we hanging this kid off of?
No. By his underwear, obviously.
Oh yeah, for sure.
This kid
what do you do with
reproducing. Come on.
I mean, give him to the town?
I guess, probably, right?
Just give him up to justice. Like,
That's way worse
let them decide.
Holy cow.
I mean, hey, what they do with them, it's not our
They seemed nice, though, right? Like, the village seemed relatively nice.
Really chill.
Nice before this guy destroyed half of it.
I honestly, I think that's probably the thing that makes the most sense, though, is to let them deal with it and then move on.
Okay, so are you guys having this conversation in person?
Probably.
Yeah.
Charlie's like, well, no, I really could help
hey,
you guys out.
Connor, can I call on my extra complete toolkit and pull out some
Handcuffs?
I was thinking more along the lines of like masking tape.
Oh, yeah.
Wouldn't go as far
For
as to
his
say
mouth,
duct tape, but yeah. I don't really want to hear him talking to us at the moment.
Okay.
Not what we were deciding is
Yeah,
fate.
yeah,
He
you
doesn't
shut
get
him
to
up.
come with. That's a given. But
Yeah, for sure. You shut him up.
just want him to not talk for a bit so we can concentrate.
Yeah.
Here's the problem. Do you remember that part when we were in the warehouse and he promised to give people a bunch of stuff if they killed Jared? So what's to stop him from just promising whoever holds him in this town that they can be super rich if they let him go?
That's fair.
I don't think
Doesn't he
Because
have...
you have to like actually take him seriously.
Fair.
I mean, he did just lead a group into this town that basically wasted his economic structure.
There's also the question of whether or not...
his own.
And then
True.
we mounted them. We decimated them.
Well, so there's the question of, is this all of his people? I honestly think we need to interrogate him and like make sure that like all of his resources have been expended on this, and he doesn't have people who are going to go bail him out.
I guess we all just look at Lynn. Like,
oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, let me just ask Lynn. Yeah, so I just say, hey Lynn, is this everything? People aren't going to bail him out.
I think she like looks and starts counting bodies and is like, one.
And then counting how many people we killed earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, well, I'm not super great at math, but I think this is probably about half of his people.
Oh.
Okay.
In the city
Or wait, no, because you guys
we
cleared out
exactly
the whole city.
We did.
Yeah. She's like 173. 170. Yeah, wow. I think that covers about it. There might be some stragglers, but I mean,
okay,
less than 10.
Yeah, I mean, I look back at everybody
personally.
Right. I probably just say, I mean, I feel like
you also know she's like joking about the counts. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I probably just say like, I feel like we can give him up to justice in the town and nothing bad will happen.
All right, well, works for me. And then I look at Josh and like, how long would it take you to fix that? Point at the helicopter.
Well, I'm gonna make an investigation roll to see how broken this helicopter is.
Is Josh okay with us just giving Charlie up the justice to town?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I thought I said that earlier.
I wasn't sure if you did, but I just want to make sure. Yeah.
Yes. No, that seems the most reasonable. I don't want to deal with him. I do not want to deal with him. No, thank you. Yeah. Someone else can have that problem. Thanks.
Yep.
So, Josh, to succeed, you're using investigate, I assume?
Yes.
This investigate. If you get a 5, you it is possible to repair it.
You can throw my one on there too. Again.
Can I assist him as well?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Let me just make sure I'm actually able to do that. Yeah.
What are we using?
Investigate.
All right, I have 0.
Are you proficient in investigate? Are you trained in investigate? I don't remember how the...
I think David and Jared have a +1 at least. Yeah. So you can.
I still have leftover bits of Pathfinder in my head, and I don't remember where they are. And trained versus proficient.
Yeah.
Was a weird. There was something going from Pathfinder to D&D that was weird about that, and it's sticking out in my head, and that's completely irrelevant. Okay, so it's a 1 from each of them. 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Hey. 7.
So it is possible to repair this. You'll have to make a crafting roll, and then also
Wait,
gasoline,
if he spends a
and
fate
oil.
point and succeeds a style, can it be fine? All I did was shoot the guy. The glass is a little broken.
Well,
Just gently landed on its.
It did follow a story, but
like the blades could be fine because that's probably one of the hardest things.
Yeah, that's true. That'd probably be the worst part.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, but I'm not going to give you a helicopter and just have it say it's just gas and oil are just totally fine and whatever. But this would be difficult, and then also keep in mind you can't fit the whole crew on this helicopter.
Yeah.
How many guns
so this would
are on
be,
I mean, we could give it as a gift to the town and maybe get some stuff in return.
Oh yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah, we could trade.
I was thinking little bitty bubble
better.
helicopter. Can we just cobble together a trailer, pull it behind the bus?
I feel like at this point they functionally owe us all of their firstborn children. So I don't think giving them any more gifts is really like.
I don't know.
We still need to figure out a way to properly pay for the 5 chocolate bars because it wasn't clear that all of Caleb's things actually paid for them.
We've paid. I mean, they still owe me like 9 chocolate bars, so we're like 4 chocolate bars in the red.
I don't know. I
Nobody
feel
ever
like we're a
agreed to
couple
that deal,
hundred.
David.
and they can't make any more chocolate bars anymore. So
Right.
That's
Whether
fair.
or not he agreed to it is irrelevant, in my opinion.
he agreed to
That's
it
not the
at
foundation
gunpoint,
of
so-
commerce, is it, Caleb?
No, it's absolutely not. Josh, thank you.
I'm not really sure what struck you about my character, really. But
I don't know. I will do this if you pay me.
yeah, I mean that was just being polite. But anyways,
All right.
I mean-
nah, I'm mostly kidding. I don't really care.
Are we going to try
I
to
like
fix this helicopter?
helicopters.
I don't
I'm
really know.
I don't think I'm coordinated enough to properly fly helicopters, given that my drive is 0. But hey,
Fair.
I also don't really know if having a helicopter would actually be that helpful. It would be
it's
cool.
awkward to transport. It gets us into certain places, but it's also very visible.
And
like it stands out. They're noisy.
We can't
I don't
just
know.
use
That
it
one
to-
got really close without us.
That's true. We can't get to the nukes with it though because we can't fit the whole team in it. So I feel
Right.
like
I feel like best option-
Theoretically, you could decide that only a few people are going to go forward from here.
That's true. I guess
You
we
could
just
say
want the
that.
4 of us.
I don't think we're going to have enough gas to get there, though.
You
Right.
definitely
This is
won't
fate.
unless you were scavenging that.
We're certainly
consistently.
not going
There-
to fly this helicopter.
There is an
from
oil well
Nebraska.
1 hex away, guys.
There is. So
Just
that could be
pour
the mission
crude oil
next.
into
But
the
So we got to
We'll be
figure
fine.
out how to refine crude oil into gasoline.
I
just have to
mean,
find an
I don't know.
airport.
This honestly might be a good idea. Oh, look, okay, so let's think about this as characters, right? If
We just
we,
find an airport.
I was gonna say, if we as characters, like,
Yeah,
we're like, we need to get to the nuke fast.
right.
This is the way to do it, right?
Although none of us know how to fly.
We
I mean,
get an
I could-
NPC, right?
I could study up.
I mean, we could
It's not
literally,
that hard.
we could literally just have one of the NPCs in Connor's crew be a pilot, right?
Okay.
That's what they're there for.
Unless Josh wants to pilot, in which case that's
I
fine.
mean,
Yeah.
I was under the impression that Connor wasn't going to give us an airplane, so like I didn't put anything into pilot or
So-
into fly.
My personal
Draft.
preference, like character, or like, you know, campaign wise for me, I don't want us to fly a helicopter there. I think it's more fun to do with the bus. So I think we should just fix up the helicopter and give it to the town because they're also really decimated and it's just a goodwill thing. We also kind of killed some people who were apparently defending their town earlier.
Yeah, I mean, we still don't
Caleb,
really know.
I'm gonna let that be the rest of the compel of the weight of the world on my shoulders from last session because it didn't really come into play because you guys couldn't have really just like escaped really.
Right.
So I'm gonna say that's what you want to do.
We could have, but we could have just drove out and killed. Like
Well,
5
nobody
people
really
on the way out.
wanted to though, right? I mean, nobody really wanted to escape.
I mean, are you?
I mean, I did.
What compel are you referring to, Connor? I'm confused.
The weight of the world on my shoulders
When did you
from
compel it?
last session.
And
As
you
soon
can
as you
just
guys,
compel 'em
as soon
again.
as you saw,
I would just compel me again. I don't even know what you're really talking about at this point.
well, I don't have an extra fate point.
You have as
You
many
don't
fate
need
points as you need to
That's only
compel.
for-
Oh, for compel.
fingers.
Oh, goodness gracious!
Yep.
I've absolutely been doing a lot here. Then, yeah. So definitely the weight of the world on my shoulders, giving you a compel for that, 100%. You want to give this helicopter to them as a gift because this community. Okay, you look back over this community and you're so sad that this awesome, beautiful, civilized utopia in the apocalypse, right? This is the best you've ever seen stuff.
Yeah.
Is destroyed. and you know it's not your fault, and it doesn't matter.
I got a question. They drove a bunch of vehicles here, right? I mean, they didn't all just walk. In fact, I think they had like an armored car outside when they first attacked.
Oh yeah, I mean we can give all those to the village.
Yeah, we got like a whole bunch of vehicles. We could have a convoy.
Oh yeah, are we gonna take those vehicles? Is that what you're saying?
I didn't describe.
I just feel like it's just gonna take too much gas. Or like, even if we do go to the oil refinery or whatever,
just take the gas out of their vehicles.
Why are we being loot goblins?
Right, like I just don't care.
We don't need to be loot goblins here, people. We have most of what we need, right?
It's the apocalypse. That's like 99% of it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's
a lot of scavenging, but
I mean, to be fair, fate doesn't care about it, but
exactly.
Yeah,
you're not wrong. But cool. All right. Well,
yeah. So I'm compelled. I think I would suggest to everybody, hey, listen, these people probably need this stuff more than us. Let's fix up the helicopter. Let's give it to them.
Are there any guns on the helicopter?
We can take those.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Are there any guns on the helicopter, Carter? Like a turret gun or something? Oh.
No, I mean they didn't use it. They didn't have an extra man to use it.
Railgun would have been awesome.
Yeah. All right. Do we want to skip forward to us giving all this stuff to the people then?
Yeah, that's what I figured. So you deliver Charlie, right? And you deliver the helicopter, and let's say Josh, do you want to present it to like Edward, since you know him?
Did we ever really get an idea of who was in charge? Otherwise, that
was my question.
No,
Edward.
No, you haven't really met anybody else besides
just a
Edward.
shopkeep.
Yep.
Edward and Wonka are the only two people we really met in this town.
Yep. Well, and Edward was working to like protect the city, right?
So that could have been his pet project too. Like, I don't. We just don't actually. Could I roll like a? I mean, could I roll contacts to see if we can find out who's in charge of the town?
I feel like at this point,
I don't think it matters. I just mean that you present it to Edward because like you know him. I don't. It doesn't really have like a mechanical effect. It's just like this is somebody we know. So like the scene makes more sense from like the audience perspective at the very least.
Yeah, and it makes sense if that was the guy who is right, and if that was the guy who was like in charge of this, like figuring out the security with the drones and stuff, it would be like,
you give him a helicopter. He knows how to like quote unquote repair it, even though it's fine. But yeah, unless you don't want to use that fate point, Josh. But I'm assuming you do, since it's the end of the session anyway. You have refresh.
Yeah, there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
What does he spend a fate point on?
To make the helicopter okay with that investigate roll.
That's right.
Yeah. The succeed with style.
I would like to have a conversation with Edward if he's the most in charge person we know.
We might as well just give it to Edward then.
Yeah. No reason to choose a new NPC.
I would. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if it didn't mean you making a new NPC and taking it, I would probably look for the actual leadership of the town. But
same. But
and we can even literally just say like, it turns out he was actually one of the guys in charge. He's like in charge of security, right?
The guy in charge died, and he was the next person.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh, actually, that's perfect. Yeah, the mayor of the town, or whatever you want to call it, he died, so it fell to Edward. So you present it to him.
And then David said, "So talk to him."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I want to pull him aside and be like, "Hey, I have a question. So if on the way here, a bunch of half-naked people with shanks pulled us over, you know anything about that?"
He says, "You know where my son is?"
I'm not really sure what part of a bunch of half-naked people with shanks made you think that it was your kid. But I'm a little concerned now.
he says, I knew that's what he was doing. He was always going out with his friends and trying to protect us from invaders like this by scaring them away. And I mean, that was one of his ideas. I told him not to do it. I told him that was dangerous.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, cool. Thanks.
I was thinking that because
thanks for answering my question. Bye.
I told him he was right, and that he answered my question.
Well, he's like, well, I was thinking my son was dead because of these invaders, but you're saying he's fine?
No, yeah, these people probably killed him on the way in. They were on the way in when we came. best deceptionist skill in this game. Yes, it is. Here we go. Ciao.
Wait, no, David,
man.
no.
Oh, man.
Oh, no.
Well, he specifically said hold him aside.
Exactly,
So no,
yeah.
you don't get to help.
No.
I'm not going to make him roll against it. That's just an overcome. You fail.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like,
that.
did you fight them? Did they attack you?
Well, yeah.
Please tell me. And he like grabs you by the shoulders, like, please tell me my son's okay. Please tell me my son's alive.
I have no idea.
And then we're going to call back on They'll Remember You.
Yeah.
And they
like two people lived. I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, where are we in relation to
that? Okay, so let's say you guys are like in that fortress or whatever, and we're talking with them, and they walk in the door. They're like, and they start hugging people, like everybody's okay, and then one of them isn't hugging anybody and looks over to where you're standing, David, and runs up to his father and gives him a hug. And then turns and looks at you and is like, no.
Okay. How many people did I kill? Like 6?
6.
And then Jared killed 2.
Yes.
And there were 2 more.
Jared killed 3, I thought I remembered, and there were 3 that escaped. But it doesn't matter if that's...
It does. I'm trying to figure out how much the percentage chance that this was his son. That his son happened to be one of the people. All right, whatever. I see that. Yeah, like... Well, that's unlikely.
I think percentage chance is an irrational question in this point because it is his son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm just saying he got lucky.
Yes, but someone else's son didn't.
Fair.
Yeah,
so that's the thing. It's not a roll of the dice here. It's just
but I'm not.
We happen to be talking to the guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. He's like, what are the chances that the guy we're talking to the whole time that was one of his sons was there? Yeah, so on and so forth. But yeah, I get what you're saying, Josh. Yeah.
So, the son basically like grabs his dad and is like, they killed John. They killed Marley. They killed all of them. It's just us 3 that are left.
Do I notice that this is happening? Is he being loud?
I think so. Yeah.
Can I
I think all 3 of you notice. Yeah.
I think I step over and I say, because you're being stupid. I'm just like super harsh with him. Okay.
Go ahead and make a provoke roll, I guess, to like put him in his place.
Large ham doing rapport instead.
Oh, okay.
Can I help you with that so we don't fail and get shot?
You have a rapport as a skill?
I do. I have +1.
Okay. Go ahead.
I have provoke as a skill. Can I use that? Since that's what he's technically doing, he's just replacing rapport.
I think you'd have to choose. I think the other.
I mean, technically,
it would be up to you, Connor. Like how you would want to rule it, whether or not people can help with rapport or provoke. I feel like it makes sense to just do provoke. Yeah,
because an intimidating presence would make sense. Whereas if they were trying to calm things down, that'd be counterproductive.
He's only using rapport because he has a stunt. That's why.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I do provoke as well. So
yeah,
you get +2 from us.
Yep.
Cool.
I think this is going to be a 7. Well, I literally didn't even see what it was. And
all right, I'll spend my last fate point.
7. Okay.
I'll spend my fate point on. I think I'm going to spend it on the moral compass.
I compelled you.
Yeah,
that's right. Exactly. I was like, I didn't see one, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
but you don't see one on.
You're compelling what?
There wasn't a fate point on your sheet, but you did just get compelled, so you do have one.
Oh, I see one on there.
Weird.
Oh, I can't move it though. I don't know what's going on. That's weird.
Caleb, what are you invoking?
The moral compass my friends need, and this is basically just to get him to feel guilty about like being stupid and doing this in the first place. Like you were responsible for the reason it happened because you literally came up to us with knives. Like that was ridiculously stupid.
Okay.
And like, yeah.
This is really twisted.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But like, my main goal here is to like shock him into not doing something like that again, right? Like, however it comes off from us, like I don't care about that as much. I just want to be like, listen, like I need you to understand, like whether or not you made the decision that led to that happening, not us.
And this is such a like incredible role because his friends were murdered by you guys in his eyes, and there's no way he wants to admit that he was wrong. He'd rather be a hypocrite, and you broke
my piercing gaze.
Yep, and I think he just like falls to the ground and is just like paralyzed. Like he's just like doesn't cry, doesn't know what to do or think. He's just sitting there like, I can't believe this is happening.
I look at Edward and I say, I'm sorry for everything that happened here. I hope we did what we could to help.
Yeah, he's not happy with you. Like you succeeded in that.
I realize that, and I don't really care at this point, right? I'm just gonna be like, sorry for everything. We're leaving now. Like,
yeah, he says, don't you ever come back here.
We sorry for saving all of your lives and all that. Yep. All right. Bye.
And I think he like calls after you guys as you're like walking away and is like, you deserve justice, but we'll let it go because of what you did here. Just know if you ever come back. And he like is just like breathing heavy and is like just acting erratic, right? Like he shouldn't be yelling this.
Yeah.
This is really stupid of him to yell in front of like the refugees and stuff that's of everything that's going on. And he's just like, if you ever come back, we'll execute each and every one of you.
Oh, that was the wrong thing to say. All right, never mind.
And David, I'm going to compel you a dead man.
Oh, no.
There it is. Okay.
David.
Wait, real quick. Where's Josh in the room when this is all happening?
Wait, we're walking out, right? You said this.
Right, but like while this conversation was happening, I assume Josh was in the room somewhere.
Or Josh, did you not come over? I figured all three of you guys heard, so you guys can decide if you came over or not.
I mean, I probably came by, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, what am I going to do here? Like, I don't have fate points to use.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just trying to picture things in my head. Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I just wanted to like picture where Josh was in reference to what was happening. So
as I just kind of watched this slowly happen. You know what? Actually, I think I'm going to just make my exit and see if I can't find Connor and Mickey and like get on the bus. We need to go. Like, get the bus started. Round up the group. Like, we're going. We're going.
Yep.
David's about to do something incredibly stupid, and we're going.
And honestly, Josh, I think like we meet eyes, and like we both understand. Like one of us is gonna go talk to David, and the other one is gonna go get Connor and Mickey, and we just decide with our look like who's gonna do what, and we just like move off.
Yeah, we stare into each other's eyes, and we communicate back and forth.
Exactly.
I'm gonna go get the bus started.
But I feel like that's
talk David off this ledge.
The thing is, like, I feel like
all of this. I feel like
it makes
reasonable
sense.
Yeah. So David, the compel here is, even though you're in a room full of people, everybody's hurt. They're not focused on anything. Right. You shoot them in the head.
Yeah, we'll see. I think what happens is, as I'm walking, he says, if you ever come back, when I stop. And I turn around.
Yep.
And then he says, we'll execute all of you.
And obviously I'm going to attempt to stop him, but like,
yeah.
So you're going to attempt to shoot, and Caleb's going to attempt to stop you. So I think it'll be just opposing overcomes. I'm not going to make him roll for like defense. No, I think that'd be lame.
Am I like overcoming with shoot or with something else? Because this is about me getting my shot off, right?
Yeah.
Can I roll a notice here instead of like a fight or whatever to have it be like about quickness rather than like, because all I have to do is like jostle his shot to make it.
You seeing me shoot him.
I like that. Yeah.
That'd be athletics.
Right.
Well, he notices in time.
My idea is
perception of
this is about me having enough time in advance.
If it was about notice, then he'd have to roll a notice to notice in time, and then roll an athletics to be fast enough.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be notice to do something. Right.
I see what you're saying, because you're going to resist him.
Yeah. I mean, my argument was that if I noticed in time, I wouldn't need to do anything because I would just need to be within arm's reach of you. And then I could just
but that would
Make
still
your
be doing something.
Yeah, so
Fair.
I think so. Yeah, I think Caleb, it would either be fight or athletics.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter for me. They're both +1, so I'll just do athletics.
Okay, and then
And
I
so-
feel like for David it is shoot, right?
Yeah, I'd say either athletics or shoot.
Well,
Okay.
it is physically impossible.
Yeah, this isn't going to go well.
I don't think it's gonna matter.
And then Jared, I'm gonna offer you a compel as well.
Dude, I'm already going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to defend this guy because he hasn't done anything wrong.
There you go.
And I will take that point because you are about to compel me to do it.
So I will bear the weight of what needs to be done. Is that
I will bear the weight
yeah.
of what needs to be done, but you don't have your shield drawn, and so I will bear the weight of what needs to be done. You're just going to take the bullet.
Okay.
Okay, so whatever shifts David is going to do to you, you take that much damage.
I mean, it might be none.
Or what this accomplish? Well, if he's saying if you can't have shields, then you
I
defend on someone
have
else's.
I have martyrdom, which is I'll have a +2. That's about it.
Well, yeah, but the way the rule works is that when you're defending somebody, if you have a method that makes it sense for you to roll, you do that. But if you don't, you don't roll.
But
Exactly. So
I
you don't have
I
your
combat
shields.
armor.
You have what?
That's the method I'm using to defend is my combat armor instead of my shields.
You have combat armor?
That's one of my
Okay.
extras.
That's fine with me then. And as long as it's fine with Connor.
I feel like he might rogue physique though
Yeah.
to like tank it.
Well, I feel like it'll definitely be
wouldn't
physique
be
over.
fight.
It wouldn't be fight.
Yeah.
But I still think, I mean, there should be I want this to be more of a cost. I don't want this to be something, well, if you just roll good enough, it's fine.
I mean,
like-
if Connor, with the way compels work, you can literally just say you take the bullet,
Right.
and that's what happens. Like you can just decide, and
Yeah.
right, like
Also, like my gun has more than one bullet, so
right. But obviously,
I can
we're all going to attempt to
still-
do something else after that.
I'm just saying I can still
Okay.
attempt to complete the compel, right? Like I don't.
Well, I figured, yes. I mean, you don't have to, David, after the first shot. I was assuming after you fire the first shot, you might think stuff's getting bad. Plus, Jared, I just shot Jared, and that can jolt you out of
That
this.
might be a problem. Might want to make sure Jared's okay. But honestly, if I try to shoot this guy, I'm gonna have bigger problems because more immediate problems, I should say. I assume.
Yeah.
So.
So I think, Jared, I don't think you can defend with this one.
Yeah, I feel like there's not
think
even a
it
role
just
here,
makes-
Connor. I think you just decide what the consequence is for him, right?
Right.
He gets shot.
Well, I want him to take the shifts that David
would have done.
Okay.
So he would just
I think that
I'm
makes
gonna
sense
take
as to
my
the
4
shot,
physical
but-
and then a mild,
Right. Yep.
so which that'll clear up at the end of the scene.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
or well, I guess I'll do 3 physical because that's 5.
Yeah.
Not the 4.
Right. So this is more about like he gets hit in the combat armor. He like
Right.
gets jolted, but like bulletproof vest.
Yeah, I was gonna say there isn't any way for you not to get injured, but he does have armor, so that makes sense. Yeah.
So it's like concussed blast sort of a thing.
Yeah.
Just the force of the blast. Yeah, and then I yell at you, David. I'm just like, David, what is wrong with you? Just leave them.
I mean, what's happening in the immediate response? Like, do I have time to talk to Caleb, or do I have to defend myself,
Quick question.
or continue
Can
to be
I
the aggressor?
concede combat and just take a ton of damage?
Well, no. If you concede combat, you and I would decide together what happens to you. Basically, is how that works.
Isn't that? Don't I decide?
Yeah,
Well,
in this situation, that doesn't even matter though because he's not. We're not in a conflict. That was just a compel.
And I'm not going
right?
to shoot you again.
Oh, okay.
Also,
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. And typically, it's between the resolutions between the person shooting and the person being shot. So most of the time, that includes you. But I think in this case, it would only include you if you didn't like whatever we came to the agreement of.
Yeah.
Because you're the GM, obviously. But
Yeah, it doesn't even matter in this situation.
So, anyways, am I going to have to like defend myself such that I don't have time to talk, or can I respond?
I think. Well, I think it's going to be a situation where if you stay, it's going to turn into a combat, but you have the chance to walk away right now.
Can I make a rapport roll to like get him, like convince him to do that?
Yeah, I think David, either if you want to say it's just against your will, you can do that. But also if you want to say it's going to be like a 4 or something like that.
No, I'll just roll my will.
Okay.
But a 3.
I get my plus 2, I assume. Yeah. Yeah, so I basically just say what I just said, right?
Right, yeah.
So what is wrong with you? Like, there you go.
Nice.
Okay, so what is? Tell me why David walks away.
You don't have any fate points.
What's that?
It's just saying Caleb doesn't have any fate points.
I have one. Whoa, no, I don't.
Do, David.
Yeah, I know I do, yeah.
Oh, you want
so you can say I'm the gun on the wall.
Yeah, I'm just trying.
You want to succeed.
I mean, the only thing keeping me is that it's 12 o'clock, and I don't have time for a combat.
I mean, we would probably just end the session there, and
I would.
We can end the session and pick it up later.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I mean, David needs to decide what he's going to do in this moment, but yeah,
right. Yeah. Yeah.
You should just walk away, and then we can have a really, complex emotional arc where we have a conversation about this later.
Well, this isn't the end of this.
I think that it's enough. I think it's enough that Jared got shot that I'll just let it go.
Okay. That's what I was thinking when you hesitated. I was like, oh, this is going to be a bigger thing.
Well, just because, I mean, I don't think it's not that I want to, put down that threat, but he doesn't.
Right. It's not worth it.
I think it's more just like, oh, Jared's down. I need to help Jared, right? Less than any other reason, and at least at the moment. Yeah, so I think he just shoots Caleb a look and then runs over to Jared to grab him.
You just said shoots Caleb, and I was like, what? Yeah. Oh, I had a mini heart attack there for a second.
Yeah, no, I'll go get Jared and stare daggers at them and drag him off, basically, or help him off, because he's not that injured. What did you take a 2?
Connor,
right?
Do I feel another compel coming on? He just tried to shoot an innocent man.
You want to attack David?
Well, if you compel me to, I want to face him.
I don't necessarily want to cause that conflict. I want to let this boil under the surface.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to do that, you can. I'm not going to compel you for it. I'm not going to reward this behavior, though.
Okay, but I punch him in the face. We'll
right here, right now.
Yeah.
So David helps you to your feet, and as you come up, you just wallop him one in the face.
Yeah, and David, if you want to say I don't want to, this doesn't happen, we can roll for it. Otherwise, we can just say Jared punches you and it doesn't do any like mechanical damage.
It depends on whether or not Jared wants to do mechanical damage, but I'm fine with it just hitting me if he doesn't.
I want to do. I want to do mechanical damage. I want to do mechanical damage. He did mechanical damage to me.
Literally after all. Well, that was your fault.
You're the one who shot an innocent man in the face, and I couldn't resist. So it's Connor's fault.
So are you gonna offer him a fate point anyway? They call it.
Jared, you have to use fight, don't you?
No, that's the benefit of athletics. You can use it in either, but you can't use it offensively. You can fight.
Darn.
Yeah.
Yeah, athletic people in this game are very hard to kill.
So you got a good roll too.
Yeah, that was a very good roll.
Oh, that sucks.
I got an advantage with an actual thing.
So I think you just help him up to his feet, and he tries to punch you, and you just let go, and he just falls down.
Yeah. Well, so the deal is that I get a boost, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm
going to kill you, David.
Oh boy.
I'm going to shoot Edward.
Oh.
Are you really?
An 8.
Are you actually shooting Edward?
I mean, I don't think either of us can stop him at this point, right?
No.
No, he just got a boost over you, and I think if he spends
I'm going to spend a fate point.
Okay.
What?
On what exactly? What are you doing?
Zealous Shieldman.
Or for what? What mechanical effect are you trying to get?
Yeah.
To be able to defend what's his face.
Is that something you're?
So, I mean, he's saying narratively, he's trying to change the narrative by saying, "Listen, because I have this, I would have been ready for if David had tried something like this again."
The whole point of the last roll was that
Yeah, I mean, you can spend and then basically we would roll, and then but you would get that boost, David, to spend against him.
I think he can spend a fate point in order to make
roll.
this possible. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's I think what he's doing. Yeah.
I'm just taking the shot.
Yes, that's the thing. This is just going to repeat the exact events that just happened. That's why
exactly. I'm doing it again. You're going to kill me.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, honestly, it would be kind of interesting. No,
Yeah,
I think it would be kind of interesting if Jared just keeps getting shot and he just keeps looking at David like, "Are you going to shoot me again? Because I'm going to keep defending this guy." That could be interesting.
So, and I think Jared, I don't think this is a roll. Then I think this is you taking the shot, right?
You would literally.
And he takes a consequence.
Yeah, you would die. You can't take any consequence without being like.
Wait,
never mind. You have stress.
I literally can, and I'll still be fine.
Yes, and
it'll be gone after the scene, but
no, you'd have a severe consequence.
Yeah, I have a moderate, and I have 4.
That's
8.
Oh,
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay, so you don't have a severe one.
No. I used 3 and 2 because it was 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
I said 4 and then 2. I'm like, oh wait.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Okay. I'm glad no.
So.
Do I make a roll or do I just take it?
I think this is you just take it again.
Yeah, makes sense.
But this time I take my shield out.
I mean,
so this is probably what probably happens, right? Is he gets in the way again, gets shot, like legit shot, and then he just like, and then grabs his shield out and puts it in front, like you will not do that again.
And David, you can use your boost to make that a 10 as well, and then he has a severe consequence.
That's true. Get up it.
I mean, I'm not trying to kill him though.
Right. I'm just letting you know you could. I didn't think you would take it. You do have a boost.
I give David my spiel like, this is your last chance to repent.
Oh my gosh,
that's awesome.
So good. This is okay. Battle of the Heroes starts playing in the background.
Yep. I mostly need that +2. Go on, shoot him again, David. I'm ready this time.
Oh my gosh.
This is awesome.
Okay. I looked at Caleb. I'm like, "Are you gonna do something?"
So technically,
that's fair. Yeah, I could probably say something again.
Technically, this is a 10, not an 8, because you took damage last round.
What do you mean?
I get +2 if the person I'm shooting took damage last round.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So he automatically had it.
So I have a severe.
So you have a severe.
You have a severe.
That's fine.
I think severe is bleeding out, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't get worse. Yeah. But like, yeah, he is legit like gut shot. Like this needs to be attended by a medical professional. It's not going to go away for several sessions. It won't go away, I think, until the end of till next what is it, major milestone?
Next arc,
I love
basically.
this.
Yeah, I just
I'm like, do it again. I dare you.
I just stare him down. I'm like, are you threatening me?
And then I think I say to you, David, and I say, no, you're the one threatening him.
Hold on a second. Did I ever spend my point to not be? Because you beat me with rapport, right?
Yeah.
But then I didn't care for some reason.
I asked you if you wanted to spend your fate point for it, and you said no. I thought because you.
So then, how did I end up trying to do this again?
Oh, I think because Jared tried to punch you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't cheating you.
And I'm fine with that. Like it's okay that like that
he lashed out again. Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure I wasn't okay. That was
just randomly going against it. Yeah.
Sorry. What did you just say?
Okay. So let's change the scene here. David, or not David, Josh, will you make a roll? What would it be?
Would it just be athletics, like quickness?
Why don't I make an athletics roll?
Okay.
And let's see how fast you get to Connor and Mickey.
Okay. Just open-ended?
Yeah.
Like,
or I'm going to say
obstacle, or
I'm going to say difficulty 2.
Okay. That's a 1.
Oof, and no fate points.
Okay, no fate points.
Okay. So I'm gonna say, like, you're not quite fast enough, but next round, they'll come. I was gonna say they'd burst in, and that would kind of change the scene here. But okay, so we tried something there.
And I'm trying to think of. I probably don't say the thing I said before. I'm trying to think of something because you were like, What did you say, David, again?
Jared?
Yeah.
To Jared, I asked if he was threatening me.
Right. And I think I say something along the lines of, I'm just trying to think of the right way to phrase this.
You said, but you're changing.
I said you're threatening him, but I'm just trying to think of a better way to say that, or like a more kind of poignant way to say that. No, I say you're the one with the gun, David.
He's free to move aside.
And you're free to walk away.
That's not how this works.
That is always how this works.
All right, Jared, here we go.
Oh boy.
Can I make a roll again to try to?
You should make a boost to help me.
Yeah. Oh, can I create an advantage or something? Yeah. Can I just create an advantage to distract David so that Jared can defend better? Since it's unlikely I'll get to like legit not convince David at this moment.
I think,
unless you think I can, I don't know.
I think I want to try something here. I want to compel David. Some deserve a gentle passing, and say if Caleb, if you say something that will definitely it'll impact. I guess that's not really a compel for David then.
You can compel me.
I'm trying to figure this out. I think I'm going to compel Caleb.
No matter what happens here, I'm not going to kill Jared. Right? Like,
right.
So
I don't know. I'm not going to surrender.
No, I mean, it's a mechanical
compel.
If I beat you, I'm not going to kill you.
Yeah, I'm going to compel Caleb for relentless leader. And I say, Caleb, these are your people, right? And so I want you to say something awful about Edward and the rest of these people here in order to get David to realize that some deserve a gentle passing, right? So that's the narrative thing here I'm aiming at for David is he'll get what's coming to him. He's a really wicked man. How dare he say that to us? He's going to kill us.
Yeah.
He's so below us and blah, blah, blah. But it's going to stick with this Edward guy and it's going to have consequences for him in the future.
Sure.
I don't really know if he's that stupid. He doesn't think Edward's done nothing bad to him except threaten him, which is all that matters to him.
Well, no, but this is going to create trauma for Edward, that these people that just came and rescued him not only almost killed his son, but then afterwards are just talking trash about him, so that he's no longer going to trust.
That's not a gentle passing.
But isn't the point? Isn't the point of this to convince David to stop, not to make everyone else hate us more?
Yeah, I'm not sure where you're going with this exactly.
I don't know. Maybe.
So what do you want to happen, Connor, here?
I want you to try to convince David to come by throwing Edward and this community under the bus, by saying things that are going to traumatize them into thinking the heroes that just saved them are really horrible people. And it'll help so that David will leave, right? David's going to come.
Why? Why?
Sorry.
Right? Like, why would me trash talking these people suddenly make David leave them alone?
I also really don't care about any.
Right?
If I'm like going for some deserving,
if I'm like,
like you don't need to take it out on them; they'll get what's coming to them.
Yeah, Edward, you are a horrible person. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, David.
The other thing is, some deserve general passing is actually directed at like the people I like, because I think that they should die easy deaths, not drawn out tortured deaths.
Okay, I think I was reading too much.
Misrepresenting, misreading it.
Yeah.
Which is fair. I mean, it's not very specific, but that was what I meant when I wrote it, because that's actually, I think, for Jared, or no, I think it was my relationship with Caleb.
Connor, how about you do? How about you compel David with "I'm the gun on the wall," and specifically say, "Listen, this is not a defensive situation here. He's not actually threatening you. Like you're supposed to be the gun on the wall. We're leaving. Our fortress is leaving. They aren't threatening us. They can't ever be a threat to us. Nothing about this situation is threatening in any capacity."
Well, why
because
is
it's not
the gun on the
right.
wall?
No, because the defensive aspect of that, right?
It means I'm responsible for defending the group, basically.
As opposed to, because there's no reason for him, because he's literally shooting Jared. He's going against that aspect to try to do something that's just against, right? It's obviously towards one of his aspects, but this other aspect is contradicting it by saying, listen, you're supposed to defend us, and you're going against that to try to do this other thing.
Okay. All right. I like that better. I think that's better. But David, you can refuse it because you have a fate point.
Do it.
I'm not going to do that because I need Jared in my fight.
All right.
No. I wanted to fight you.
It might still happen. We'll see. This is a roll, not a guarantee. That's a pretty good chance, though.
But do you leave then? Is that the idea?
Well, wait,
that's what I was assuming, right? It's like I'm the gun.
The compel is you should leave because you should be
Right.
defending these people and you're not.
And you're shooting Jared instead.
Yeah.
I mean, it's 12:18, sure. I mean, I don't really have any reason to. I'm just going to refresh to 2 next session, but whatever. It's dragged down longer than one.
Well, that's kind of what I was trying to.
This was supposed to be one
there.
compel where I shot a guy, not 19
we
to
could
20
always
minutes.
cut to black.
We could. If you guys
I think
want
this
to do
is
that, we can.
I think this is a good moment because this is the issue, right, David? Like it makes sense for you to shoot this guy, but it also I think makes sense for you not to. And I like for me like the arc of like our characters interacting, right? Is I can like push you, try to get you not to do this, and there we do have a camaraderie and we care about each other,
right.
and there will be a moment later on where something really bad happens, right? Where you do go too far and you do something and I can't stop you, but it's not this time because this is session 3, right?
Well, the other thing is like, if it was still just this guy threatening me, I feel like that's the case, but Jared literally did the "I'm about to kill you" line. And so that's the problem, is he's between a rock and a hard place, and that now he feels like instead of trying to execute this guy who feels like he's threatening him, he's now on the back foot fighting for his life, right? Like because Jared's scary and just did the "I'll kill you" line, and he doesn't feel like he has anything to repent for, and he knows that won't go well with Jared. So that's the reason I haven't backed off yet, because I feel like now it's not really about Edward that much anymore. It's just about how this pans out with Jared, and Jared
the compel
and David only know how to do things one way.
But I think like the compel that Connor's offering you is getting you to see the other aspect of your character, which is even though there is this contention with you and Jared now, also it's not worth it, right? Like not right now at least, because it also goes against another part of your character.
Well, so I guess it's up to Jared, right? For David now, it's like, is Jared going to give him that option? Because he's not going to say anything that is going to appear to be repenting, and that's not okay for Jared. So I guess it kind of depends on what he's getting from Jared.
What? Wait, what?
Like, I mean, Jared just did his kill line, right? And David's not going to say anything approaching repenting. So he's now waiting to see what Jared does, because at this point, based on this compel, he's like, okay, I'll back off, but also I don't know if I have a choice to backing off.
Grant,
right?
I feel like standing down and just leaving might.
Yeah, I don't.
That for now, because you haven't technically murdered anyone yet.
Yeah, well, I mean, he respects Jared way too much to put his gun away and turn his back to Jared. He's not that dumb, and he respects Jared's ability to fight too much to do that. So he wouldn't do that.
We're back to the stale.
Well, so that's what I'm saying. Like he might lower the gun and be like, okay, maybe he looks like he's.
And then the idea is we all walk out together.
But he also isn't offering anything like a repentance, which is why I thought I'd ask what your character would do. And is that enough, Connor, for the fate point? Since that was
so you're saying
he's
I'm
backing
on the
down,
wall,
like,
and as long as Jared's backing down, you'll back down.
Right. This is basically as long as Jared doesn't push him, he'll revert to a more defensive mindset.
I think that makes sense, because I mean,
Jared. Edward.
That's dependent on. I mean, that's kind of what happened last time. Is you were gonna put your gun away and walk away, and then Jared punched you. And so I think that requirement for this makes sense, that he'll walk away if Jared walks away. And I think maybe you communicate that in a look, right? Like David,
I mean, like I said,
Jared,
the gun lowers
he lowers
a little
the gun.
bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm not. Gonna do anything else,
I'm not leaving the room until David's gone.
Well, I mean, you probably lower your shields a little bit too, right? Like It's like a mutual.
Is it okay to assume
ceasefire.
that a ceasefire happens and we walk out of here without anyone being shot any further? Can we just say that?
Yeah, basically, David de-escalates if Jared de-escalates on the other side, right? That's the idea. Like if you put your shield away, I'll put my gun away. Or like if you lower the shield, then I'll put the gun away and you put the shield away and then we just leave, right? That's what he's expecting to happen or hoping happens. He doesn't expect it to happen, to be frank.
And I mean, Caleb, you could reinforce that too, right? Like you see David kind of lower the gun and you're like, Jared, back down.
I probably do. I look at Jared and I'm like, Jared.
That way that's thoroughly communicated. But Jared, this isn't a compel. You can do whatever you want. If you literally want to attack David, we can cut to black.
I mean, I wouldn't attack because that's not my strong suit.
Okay.
But I am going to create an advantage.
Okay.
Why does it have to be more
It's just going to be a defensive position. I'm going to brace to protect.
No, okay. I mean, as a player, Jared, I'm telling you, I'm not going to attack him if Jared.
I just don't think it makes any sense for us to. Yeah, because if Jared's not going to escalate, then David's not going to escalate, and we can just walk out.
Yeah.
Like, why can't we just say that right now? We just walk out. There's no reason why not
really
to at this point.
Or I think Jared really wants to fight David.
If it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. He just needs to leave the scene.
Right. Well, yeah. And what I'm saying is, like, as long as Jared follows the same steps of de-escalation that David does, he's not going to do anything, and he'll leave first. But he's not going to turn his back on you if you're still armed and like in a combat stance, because he's not stupid. Is all I'm saying. Right. So if when David lowers his gun, Jared lowers his shield, then David puts his gun away. Jared puts his shield away, then David will just walk out. I
mean, I wouldn't put my shield away because you have a gun. And last time,
okay, so this is what I do. I step in between you two.
There we go.
So that at this point,
stop him last time.
Right, but what I'm saying is like I'm like ushering you guys out. Like I literally like I'm like,
yeah, that works.
Let's go.
So this is a turn later then, right? And so Connor and Mickey rush in and they're like, get on the bus now.
Yeah, and I want to be the last one out of the room.
Okay.
And I just look back. And I look back at Edward and I just say, you didn't deserve that. And then I walk out.
He cries. He starts sobbing and falls to the floor. Everything he just built is ruined.
Yeah.
And he starts sobbing and falls to the floor.
And honestly, that statement I made is kind of ambiguous. Who knows what I meant by that? I know what I meant by that, but he might take it several ways. I meant you didn't deserve me saving your life just then, and me and Jared saving your life. Like,
oh, that's not what I thought.
Really? Why did you think
that's what I meant? Because why the heck would he just randomly accuse? Like, he was being a complete idiot there, a jerk face.
Yeah. He also just watched me murder like a ton of people. It's like, I'm going to threaten this guy.
Right, exactly. It just was. It didn't like. This is the thing. Like, I feel like I am always like I see both sides of all of these situations all the time, and I'm seeing like I would never I would try always to not have David shoot someone like that, right? But I'm also good. Like I literally look him hard in the eyes and like with a really hard look on my face, and I'm just like, you didn't deserve that. Like I shouldn't have had to do that for you. Like you should have just shut up. And I just walk out. Like, yeah, that was ridiculous.
Okay.
That's
all right. So let's say
I thought it was going to.
Yeah. So let's end the session there. I think
Josh's internet died.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. Is he able to get it back on for like the?
I don't know when it'll come back. So we end the session. Maybe wait around for a few minutes. If he's free, or we can just not do an after show this time.
Yeah, because it is late. And so just to keep in the spirit of these flashbacks, I think we'll do just a little bit of a scene of have a little bit of a scene with maybe David going hunting.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know if hunting is not as a skill, obviously, but like I don't know if I'd be good at that.
Well, so let's say this is your first time ever hunting, and let's say like an uncle of yours is taking you out hunting for the first time, and you guys have been waiting for a really long time, and you guys finally see a deer, and let's say you're like 13, 14, and your uncle's like, all right, now take a shot, and when you take a shot, you shoot the kill. What does David do?
It's like, right above the shoulder blade, right? And I think that's where you shoot a deer. I don't know.
That is exactly where you shoot a deer.
That's pretty sure. Okay. And then
he nods.
Yeah, so then I assume we're in like a tree bind or something, or a tree stand. So he rests the rifle on the little window and breathes out and shoots, and it probably like punches through the deer's leg instead of the heart, whatever. He's like, and, like racks the bolt and like tracks it, and it moves over, it like limps off. It's like
Okay, yep. And your uncle is like, what you just did. He says, he curses under his breath, and it's like, David, what you just did. You're hunting. When you have to take something's life, you do it out of necessity. It's not a good thing to kill. But when you do, when you have to, the only thing worse that you could do is not shoot to kill. And he says, you just left that you left that deer worse than we found it, and nothing was gained. All you did was cause harm. And you're probably like, why is he being so philosophical all of a sudden?
And he's like, dude, it was just a bad shot, man.
Yeah, and he's like, guns, taking lives, even just animal lives.
What you just said there, right there, David, was exactly as I can imagine 15-year-old David saying it.
Yeah.
It's easy to roleplay yourself. What can I say?
Exactly. Yeah.
And he says, taking lives, even animal lives, it's way more, what's the word? Not important, but it holds way more weight, much more weight than just a bad shot. And I think he gets really mad, and he's like, we're going home. You're not ready for this.
I mean, he's probably just like, whatever. Like tosses the rifle to him.
Yeah. Okay. And so I think, and I think we just end there, and we just kind of.
I mean, we probably get like a shot, like just as like the music is playing on the end, right? Probably like a shot of like the bus leaving, and then maybe Emily patching up Jared, right? That
Yeah. Okay. We get a shot of
each of us like sitting in our respective spots. Yeah.
Yep. And I'm gonna say Connor actually comes up to you, David, and sits down next to you, and it's just
my rocket launcher next to me.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's just like, Caleb told me what happened. And I think he very oddly like said something super similar to what your uncle said, and it like brings you back to that moment, right, where he's like, even by not killing that man, you might have done something way far worse to him than just putting him out of his misery.
That's what you think I was doing?
What were you doing, David?
Just answering a threat.
Jeez. I think Connor doesn't know what to do with that. And he's just like...
It's as if someone tells you that they're going to kill you, they better mean it. You better treat them like they mean it. There's only one response to that. It isn't foolishness.
I just want you to understand that even though you weren't able to kill him, he's going to live with that moment for the rest of his life.
That doesn't.
And that's on your head.
Oh,
what's that?
Never mind. I was going to say it doesn't make me feel better, but that wouldn't have made sense with what
yeah,
but,
gotcha.
Yeah. I think he just shrugs. I think he says, the world's been in shambles for, was it 10 years? 12, 11 years?
11 at this point, yeah.
Yeah. He probably says he's like, what, 10, 11 years? There's a lot of things over my head.
And he just says, I just want you to understand that people carry more wounds than just bullets.
I suppose.
They carry wounds up here. And I think he pokes your chest. And he pokes your chest and says, and in there.
Yeah.
And
he just shakes his head and says, those wounds don't kill you.
And he says, they might kill you. You keep down the path that you're on.
No, something will eventually.
Okay. And I think, and Connor just leaves it at that.
He says that.
Jeez. Okay, so that's what we close out on then. Is you and Jared locking eyes, and like this isn't over kind of a thing.
Yeah. Well, and he's not like mad when he says it. He looks like sad, if nothing else. Like he doesn't want that to be the case.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's not like, oh, I'm gonna get you, Jared. It's just like, oh, that's
all right, that's awesome. I think that was perfect how we ended with that, and we can just pretend that we did that flashback at the beginning of the episode.
Well, when I do the podcast version of this, I'll just put that at the beginning.
Perfect.
When you said, all right, it doesn't matter. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. We'll be back next week. We hopefully won't go as late next week, but I'm glad everybody was able to stick on.
We wrapped up the arc.
Some network issues there, but we wrapped out the arc. So this is not just a small milestone.
Yeah, we actually
this is a minor milestone.
Oh, that's true. We get a minor milestone and a major milestone. So
what's
I'm healed.
Isn't I think you actually have to take action to heal.
Yeah. Or Emily does, but
totally.
we can do that off screen. So
it doesn't matter. Yeah. So do we? We'll send it and talk about it later.
Yeah.
Cool. Adios. We're out.